are live in Prescott Valley, Arizona for tonight's Friday night matchup as the Mingus Marauders are on the road to take on the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. Want to welcome you inside the broadcast booth here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Nick Yatsenko alongside Philip Catafamo. Nick, we've been off for a week, but we're back and we're ready for football.
Sure has been a rough week without any football, Philip. And I'm sure the Marauders are ready to get back out there. Coach Eric Casada had these guys going over a lot of films during the bye week, we heard. And, hey, these guys are ready for a great night against Bradshaw, and it's always a rough game against the Bears.
Marauders are looking for their first win on the season. Of course, we weren't actually off last week. We were in Sedona, but you've been off for 2 weeks, and we can't wait to get started here at Bradshaw Mountain High School. When we come back on the other side of this break, don't go anywhere. Game's just getting started.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
I decided I wanted to get my associate's degree in fire science from Yavapai College. My drive just got me to the top and out of my class, into the Forest Service, and to where I am today as a fire science coordinator. The best thing that I can say is if it's something that you want, don't let anything scare you away from that.
There are people who struggle with addiction and homelessness. Sometimes it may feel like there is nothing we can do to help.
But there is. You can make a tax-deductible donation and help those in need transition away from homelessness.
When you give someone a handout, you could actually be supporting an addiction.
A better life starts with better health, especially for those living in the streets.
Support solutions, not addictions. You can make a difference. Visit cottonwoodcares.org.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
Want to welcome you back inside the broadcast booth here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Philip Catafamo alongside Nick Yatsenko. And Nick, the Marauders are back after a tough loss on homecoming to Mojave, 29-28, but had a great performance from their sophomore quarterback, Zach Harrison.
Yeah, and Zach Harrison's only gotten very, very, very good over this season so far. Just a sophomore, he's playing outstanding. We're going to get to see him go toe-to-toe with another sophomore quarterback tonight for Bradshaw. But before we get there, yeah, he was able to put a lot of great passing plays together 2 weeks ago when they played Mojave. And unfortunately, we just didn't win on the point side of that one. We lost 29-28. But, yeah, we saw the passing game starting to come together. And I think it's because of how successful the run game has been for us, it's really opening up Harrison.
Well, Harrison last game, 191 yards passing, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception, one of his better games. He's going to need to be on point tonight as well with running back Drew Meyer.
Yeah, and I'd like to see him run the football a little bit more. We saw him take off a few times against Mojave, and that really throws the defense off when you got a quarterback who's going to drop back and then take off. And Harrison hasn't done that all that much this season, so it's nice to see him shake it up and give Meyer a little bit of a break because we know Meyer's a workhorse, and we know we're going to see him on the ground consistently tonight.
Well, we saw a lot of passing in that last game against Mojave, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be any different here. But Drew Meyer, regardless, 149 yards rushing and 1 touchdown for Drew Meyer, continuing his phenomenal junior season here at Mingus.
Yeah, great stats. And Myers had a great season so far. You can see his 128 carries for 614 yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground.
Yeah,
now,
this
he's had
year.
a few more touchdowns through the air. So he's just played great. He's coming back for another season of football. That's going to be just wonderful for the Marauders. And we're going to rely on him heavy. I know we are. He's been our workhorse throughout, and he's going to be our workhorse trying to get our first win of the season.
Well, they're looking to get their first win of the season tonight. And, of course, as we all know, Coach Ortiz has been suspended by Mingus Union. The head coach for the rest of the season will be Coach Quesada. And Marauders are still looking for their first victory. And they'd love to get one here against not officially a rival, not necessarily like stamped in print that they are the rival, but whenever the Marauders play Bradshaw, it's a tough competition.
Sure, and it's a rivalry that's kind of been building over the years, and it always comes down to just a few points. It doesn't matter the team's record, so we're going to have a good game tonight. Last year, just to throw some stats out there, we were Bradshaw's first loss of the regular season. They were undefeated,
That's right.
9-0. We beat them, and then we beat them in the playoffs. So you bet they're going to have a sour taste in their mouth, and they're going to come after the Marauders tonight, looking for a little redemption, a little revenge, and also they're trying to somehow make it to the end of this region in the top 2 teams. So they're really clawing for a win. Marauders are out of it at this point. Bradshaw's still looking to fight for that spot.
Yeah, it seems like the Marauders now at this point are just trying to play spoiler as much as possible. Of course, it's the Mingus Marauders and the Bradshaw Mountain Bears at the bottom of the Grand Canyon region right now. But the Marauders take on Flagstaff, who's a team that's been playing well, and also a Prescott. So they're looking to play spoiler any way they can, and getting a win here tonight would be huge just for this season. A little bit of a challenging season for the Marauders this year, but they'll be back next season ready to bounce back, and hopefully tonight we'll look to get a fantastic victory against a team that they play very tough and well, they play them every season. So they're very familiar with this team. Like you mentioned, last year they knocked them out of the playoffs in the second round. The Marauders knocked out the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. We're back here. Different circumstances now, but still we're looking at a tough, fun game.
Yeah, both teams are kind of in recovery seasons. We're going to see 2 sophomore quarterbacks go toe-to-toe tonight.
That's right.
And these guys are both rebuilding. Both programs are having a rebuilding year, and Mingus is just having a little bit more rebuilding going on. Bradshaw's got a few wins on the season. But like I said before, these teams, every time they play each other, it's always within a few points. It doesn't matter the record. And whenever you're playing one of these mountain schools up north, and I'll include Mingus in that, Mingus, Bradshaw, you can never rule any of these teams out. We come out, we got some big old boys on the field. We come out hard, and we got some speed that's deceptive. And so you never know what's going to happen, especially with a little rivalry like tonight that's been brewing. It should be a real good game.
What are some improvements the Marauders need to make from last game? Of course, a very, very tough loss, 29-28. Literally came down to the last play for Mojave. A shot put throw into the back of the end zone for a 2-point conversion made it 29-28, and then the Marauders were unable to get a field goal or a touchdown at the end of the game. So they're looking for a bounce-back victory tonight. They were off last week. What do the Marauders need to improve on from last game?
I'm going to call penalties. They got it easy on penalties. 2 weeks ago, we saw a lot of penalties against Mojave, and that marched Mojave down the field. They didn't need any help. They had the athletes and the weapons to do it, and the penalties really hurt us. And like you said, to go back on those memories, man, losing on that 2-point conversion play was just brutal, and you can only hope that Coach Quesada rallied the troops, and these guys are ready to redeem themselves after that. That's a gamble. It happens in high school, college a lot. That's just a gamble play. Mojave goes for 2 instead of tie it. They got it. So the boys just got to bounce back from that, understand that happens, and they got to be extremely hungry for a win.
Yeah, they definitely got to be hungry for a win after a tough loss to Mojave. I agree. One thing I'll say is plug up the holes. A lot of open plays for the Mojave Thunderbirds over the air, through the middle, especially the run game. A team that runs a lot, does not pass very often, but we're able to find a lot of success on the ground and minimal success through the air. I believe they did have a passing touchdown that game, or at least a few yards for their quarterback. Not too many passes, but a lot of running. We're going to see a lot of passing from Bradshaw tonight, so the Marauders are really going to need to plug up those holes if they want to get their first victory of the season right here against Bradshaw Mountain.
Yeah, and interceptions was key. Our defense picked off Mojave the couple times they threw it. So that's what the defense got to come out tonight and do against Bradshaw. If we're going to have any chance, you got to watch those penalties, and we'll talk about some keys to the game, but watching those penalties is going to be big, and then creating some turnovers. You got to give yourself a chance to win it, especially when you haven't had the weapons to get it done all season long, and you just need to have a real good night. Tonight's got to be the night for the Marauders.
Marauders are looking for their first victory. We talked about the Marauders. We'll move on to the other side of the field for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears when we come back on the other side of this break, right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Don't go anywhere.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
People always ask us, what makes us different from other car dealers? Being different is a simple idea. We believe that everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. That belief drives the entire team at Oxendale Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram to try harder and work smarter. We're dedicated to helping you find or fix the perfect car for your life and budget. Whatever it is keeping you from driving the car you want, we'll guarantee to do our best to help you. We're Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we are a dealer for you. Visit our showroom in Cottonwood or see all the deals at MattSaysYes.com.
Want to welcome you back inside the broadcast booth here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Philip Katafel alongside Nick Yatsenko. We're getting prepped and ready for the Marauders, who are on the road to tonight to take on Bradshaw Mountain. And Nick, we talked about Mingus, and now let's go to the other side. The Bears. They're looking for a victory as well. They've lost a few games, including a close one last week. To Prescott, was it 22-19? Very, very close loss for the Bears, and they're looking to bounce back here, just like the Marauders.
Yeah, you bet. And you know that was a dogfight of a game, Bradshaw versus Prescott. Now, that's a rivalry that's set in stone on paper. Those guys are ready to go. And you can see the band and all the fans pouring in. It's senior night here for Bradshaw.
That's right.
And they're looking to bounce back, Philip. They got to have a sour taste from, just like the Marauders. The last game both these teams have played ended not in their favor. And, boy, they got to have sour tastes after that. And tonight they're going to come out swinging.
Well, it'll be the battle of the sophomore quarterbacks tonight. On the side of the Marauders, it'll be Zach Harrison, as we've obviously seen all season long. And on the side of the Bears, it'll be Moises Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez is going to be exciting to watch because we're going to be able to compare sophomore to sophomore.
That's
I
right.
love that. These are young men out here, and, hey, we've seen a lot of maturity and poise from Harrison all season long. So I'm excited to see what Moises is going to bring to the table for us. You can see Hernandez's stats there, 1838, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Pretty good game last week against Bradshaw. Prescott. That was
the
stats.
The 2 picks, we shook off because Prescott didn't put that many points up, only 22 points. So they were still in there, but Hernandez and Zach Harrison going to have a good bout tonight.
Yeah, he's a very dual-threat quarterback, and Hernandez is a guy who can run, a guy who can throw. We've seen some mobility from Zachary Harrison, a guy who can throw and run as well. So, yeah, we're really in for quite a treat tonight. The battle of the sophomores will essentially be somewhat of the storyline for tonight. Of course, both teams looking for a victory. Bradshaw Mountain has 1 victory in regional. The Marauders don't have any, so the Marauders are looking for their first victory. Bradshaw's looking for their first victory in a little while. So we're in for a very, very fun game. So, on the side of Bradshaw, I guess their improvements from last game was a very, very close game against Prescott, Prescott, and as well for the Marauders against Mojave. So both teams, like you mentioned, sour taste in their mouth. They want to come out. They want to come out fighting. They want to come out quick and early. And for the side of Bradshaw, I mean, what do they have to do to bounce back in tonight's game?
Oh, boy, it's going to be – I'm going to call penalties is going to be a big factor tonight. I think penalties, both these teams, like you said, Philip, are going to come out hot. These guys are going to come out steaming. We're going to see some big plays. I got a feeling we're going to see some big chunk plays from both sides, from Mingus and Bradshaw. So it's going to boil down to penalties and mistakes. I mean, if you drop that ball on the turf or throw interception, that could be the game decision here with the little bit of rivalry they got, always close ones. So you got to figure those penalties and turnovers might be a huge factor.
I would assume maybe going more for the pass and going more for the run with a dual threat quarterback, a guy, if you hand it off. We talked to Coach Casada before the game, and he mentioned that Bradshaw is very similar to Mingus in terms of their offense, and they like to pass, they like to run when they need to. And with a dual threat quarterback, I mean, if he's got some room to run, I'm assuming Hernandez is going to take it.
Yeah, Minga's going to have a spy on him for sure, because you never know when Hernandez can just take off with it. And on the flip side, same with Harrison. I'd like to see Harrison take off with that a few more times. He was successful the few times he ran it. I love him sliding, ball safety, just a lot of maturity and poise, and we're going to see it from the other sophomore tonight too.
Yeah, it should be a very, very fun game. The Battle of the Sophomores will be taking place very, very soon. But before that, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get you ready for kickoff right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Don't go anywhere.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Hi, my name's Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
What was really intriguing about this opportunity was the fact that they have a hands-on viticulture vineyard and actually a working winery. And so instead of taking something online, I actually get to immerse myself into the program and learn firsthand how to do the mechanics of running a vineyard and working in a winery.
I want to welcome you back inside the broadcast booth here at Bradshaw Mountain High School. Philip Katafel alongside Nick Yatsenko. I want to thank you for joining us here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. It is going to be a fun game. Battle of the Sophomores is what we're going to call this game, as both teams are looking for a win. You can see the Bears are starting to make their way out into the field, and they are fired up for their final home game of the 2019 season. And a lot of these seniors have got to be itching and scratching a little bit as well on their side. It's kind of weird. You know, if you think about it, the Marauders and the Bears run a similar offense. The Marauders and the Bears have had their challenges this season. They've had their injuries. They've had maybe not the best season that they've wanted to, and now here they are matching up with each other in a battle of nobody. They really have nothing to lose. It doesn't.
Sure,
I mean, it's really just they're just playing to improve their overall record and possibly earn another victory in regional. And really, like I said, they've kind of got nothing to lose.
Playing for pride.
Yeah, there you go.
Mountain pride right over Mingus Mountain. Here we are, Bradshaw Mountain High School, and yeah, this one's for all pride, and it's going to be a test for the Marauders because Bradshaw beat Lee Williams. That's their one regional win.
That's right.
35-20. So they took care of business against Lee Williams. Mingus did not. So if you kind of compare, go back and forth with those games, hey, Bradshaw looks a little bit good on paper, but Phillip, tonight, it's a wild card. This is, like you said, two teams with nothing to lose. So these guys they got to go all out here.
Yeah, it's definitely, and senior night, they're going to want to get a final victory for their seniors. They are without Mason Stoltz. They're without Elijah Acuna. They're also without Blake Huenmeyer. So they are missing some pieces on both sides of the ball. Their quarterback, Moises Hernandez, last season did not start due to injury. Now he's coming out and playing very, very well. They've had to move their original starting quarterback, Grant. He plays corner. Another one of those. You see it all the time in high school football. Those guys who play both sides of the field. Grant plays corner and QB, but now Hernandez stepping in and playing well. Of course, on the side of the Marauders, they've had their injuries as well. Clay Griffin is back. Thankfully, he was back during homecoming. Jonathan Sanchez is out for the rest of the season. Jace Becerra is not suited up again tonight. And so both teams have had their hurdles throughout this season, and here they match up with each other again, and they're both looking for a victory. But in my opinion, is what it's really going to be the matchup to watch is going to be the sophomore quarterbacks, Harrison and Hernandez.
Yeah, Moises and Zach are they're going to be toe-to-toe all night. Let's see who can make the fewest mistakes, who's going to take the chances. These young quarterbacks, I love watching them playing. We're blessed to see both sophomores on both sides of the ball tonight, Mingus and Bradshaw, and it's going to come down to who can execute better and who's got that finer technique. And hey, I love Zach Harrison's form and technique, and he's extremely mobile, knows how to throw the ball deep. So we'll see if Moises can match that. I know Moises is going to use a lot of his speed, where Harrison is starting to get comfortable with his arm and use his arm. And I really like that from Mingus and hope to see more of that tonight.
And we're hoping to see some fireworks from both these teams tonight as, like we said, they're both looking for wins in their own way. Bradshaw's looking for their second victory in regional, and the Marauders are looking for their first win in overall. So it should be a great game with these two rivals. Nick, what are your keys to the game for tonight?
Keys to the game is going to be penalties. I'm going to call it right off the bat. Penalties and then mistakes. We'll kind of stay away from maybe mixing the passing and running game together. Mingus has started to put that together, which has been beautiful to see. It's going to be stopping the penalties and mistakes tonight.
Yeah, and I got to agree, too. Also, the penalties, we saw Mojave kick a kickoff from the 20-yard line because of a hefty amount of penalties at the end of the Mojave game. But they're looking to limit the mistakes and continue to implement a high-powered offense through the air, on the ground with Drew Meyer, through the air with Zach Harrison. I mean, we know this team can get victories, and hopefully tonight they'll put it together for one.
Yeah, with the young guys, Drew Meyer Jr. and Harrison as a sophomore,
right.
These guys are really putting some really great plays together, showing some athleticism, some serious speed, and it's been fun to watch. We just need to put some more points on the board and come out on top.
And it should be a lot of fun, of course. The last time we met was in the second round of the playoffs last season, where the Marauders were able to get a victory against the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. Of course, completely different circumstances for tonight. We step away quickly for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have kickoff right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Don't go anywhere.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
We're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say just that.
beautiful rendition of our Star Spangled Banner to get us fired up here at Bradshaw Mountain High School. The Marauders taking on the Bears, looking for their first victory of the season. And their last victory, funny enough, came last season against the Bradshaw Mountain Bears in the playoffs in the second round right here on this field.
Ooh, tough one to recall, being that's our last time with the W. But that is what it is, and Bradshaw Mountain's always a great team. They were great last year up until they faced the Marauders. We gave them their only loss in the regular season, and then again beat them in the playoffs, which, like Philip, you said, was our last win. So hopefully we can just watch that game film. I know Coach Casada had the Marauders watching a lot of film all week. They had a bye week, so these guys were able to study on Bradshaw and try to run those same plays that they run. Maybe have the DBs try to cover like their DBs will, and on both sides of the ball, just try to mimic their game. That way, when Bradshaw comes out tonight, there's no surprises. Mingus is ready for it.
Trevor Hoke, Adam Esquire, Zach Harrison, and Clay Griffin are captains down there, looking to get the coin toss. We'll see which side of the ball the Marauders will take it, if they'll return or they'll kick. And, well, we're getting fired up here. We're getting ready to go. Marauders once again looking for their first victory on the season. Brand new coach, Coach Casada, stepping in as the head coach. And
everyone's got their jackets down on the
sidelines.
It's
cold. It's cold here in Prescott.
Tonight. This is boy, Sholo early on in the season was a little bit chilly when we ended that game, and that was still summer.
Yeah, it was. It definitely got cold last week in Sedona when it was real windy. So
I don't think it's going to be a factor with either of these two teams. They're way used to this, and only a few of the Marauders have those long sleeves on. These guys are ready to play. They're warmed up by warm-ups and hitting each other in this huddle that they're getting in right now on the sidelines, getting each other fired up.
Marauders will start the game on offense, and they'll look to get something going here early, as we have dubbed this game the Battle of the Sophomores. Zach Harrison, Moises Hernandez on the side of the Bears, Harrison on the side of the Marauders. Should be a fun game as the Marauders get ready to receive the kick and start on offense. They'll be going from right to left on your radio dial. The Bears going from left to right. And, Nick, it's nice to be back calling some Marauder football.
Oh, definitely. And what better way than sophomore on sophomore? We're going to have Harrison on the sideline watching the play of Moises, and Moises watching the play of Harrison. It's going to be back and forth. These two are going to compete with each other all night, and I'm excited to see what they can pull out of the bag.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, and we patiently wait for the kickoff here. Kicking it away for the Bears is number 13. That is Josh Grant. We mentioned him. Started as the quarterback early on and then had to make the switch to defense. A lot of injuries on the side of the Bears. That is downfield, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback.
And Marauders are going to have a long field to go, that 80-yard field. So let's see what Zach Harrison and Eric Casada, head coach now for the Marauders, pulls out. And I'm excited to get this one started.
Well, the Marauders will start on offense around the 20-yard line, looking to get things going early against the Bears. Zach Harrison going into the huddle. Should be a fun game tonight. It is 7:02 on a Friday night. Windy conditions here in Prescott Valley. A little chilly.
Senior night for Bradshaw.
Senior night for Bradshaw, that's right.
A lot of people.
Meyer in the backfield as the running back. Harrison alongside him. 3 wide receivers right, 1 on the left. Harrison shotgun formation, takes the snap, looking to pass, looking downfield. He's got Falcha. It is incomplete.
Oh boy, and good job by Falcha going up and playing defensive back there on the receiving end of that. And no harm, no foul. They went big on the first play. Got to love it. Unfortunately, Harrison just couldn't get the ball that deep. And great job by Falcha turning around playing DB and not letting that be a mistake early on.
I believe that was Grant on the defense, or actually that was number, looks like 15. We're going to see who the number is here.
We're still going to see Grant
replay.
Both sides of the ball. I'm sure those guys are athletes on that side of Bradshaw Mountain.
That was the quarterback, Moises Hernandez, almost picking off Zachary Harrison on that first play. Harrison shotgun formation, man in motion. That's Falcha. Receivers on both ends. Meyer they're going to flip it to Meyer on the right side. Meyer, room to run past the 30, looking to get past the 35. He'll get brought down for a small gain.
Yeah, and that's just the consistent running Drew Meyer has been able to give the Marauders all season, which is 3 or 4 real brutal yards. So it's going to set Mingus up for something doable here on third down. It's about third and 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6. So we'll see what Coach Casada comes out with.
So Harrison, Meyer in the backfield. 3 wide receivers left, 3 wide receivers right, 1 on the left. Harrison shotgun formation. Meyer now in motion. Harrison takes the snap. Looking at over the middle. It is, did it bounce or was it picked? That's going to go incomplete.
Yeah, he dropped it. It went right in and out of the hands of a DB, but not before, was that Figgy was intended for? That was a bullet. Harrison let that one go fast. I'm not sure that Marauder wide receiver, I'm pretty sure it was Figgy out there.
It looks like it's Calandra.
Calandra, okay, that was just a bullet by Harrison. Harrison trying to get that ball in quick and brings up 4th down.
So the Marauders will punt on 4th and 6. Faucha will kick it away. Faucha waiting for the snap. Snap is away. Faucha the kick. It is blocked and recovered to the 10, the 5, touchdown.
Ooh, boy, and that's Bradshaw Mountain Bears. That's the best way they could have possibly started the game is by blocking the punt. Special teams is huge. Got to be able to block that kicker so he can get it off. He's been great all season. You can see the replay here. Oh, boy, yeah, the Bears just collapsed on him. Rennick didn't have a chance to get that one off. The Bears just collapsed on him, and that's an easy scoop and score.
Daniel Gobeil on the fumble recovery on that blocked punt for a touchdown. So the Bears will go up 6-0, looking to make it 7-0 early on here. Didn't even need the offense to come on the field.
And what a big relief for Moises. He's on the sidelines thinking, oh, boy, thank goodness we already got points up.
Kick is up, and it is good. Our score will go to 7-0. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Marauders will take over on offense right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Don't go anywhere.
It's a great program. You know, it gets you ready for a great career in life. It's good, steady. You know, it made my journey and my decision to start this career path a whole lot easier. Keeps you active. From coming from a sports background, being active is what I love. You know, if you want something fun and exciting, this might just be for you.
Welcome back to Bradshaw Mountain High School. A punted block for a touchdown gives the Bradshaw Mountain Bears their early lead, and the kick was good. So 7-0 is our score.
Oh, one of the keys, Philip, I didn't mention, but hey, special teams. When you're in a dogfight like this, rival on rival, special teams is going to be huge. And right there, we saw that. That was a scoring play of the game, the very first play, and that was a punt block.
Marauders looking to respond here on offense as Zach Harrison will go out there for another shot here on 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line as that kick went into the back of the end zone for a touchback. 11 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. I want to welcome you if you're tuning in on KYBC or watching us on Verde Valley TV. Harrison, shotgun formation. Figgy to the right. Harrison takes the snap. Looking to run, trying to break free. He's going to get brought down behind the line for a loss.
Yeah, and Harrison he read that play right. I mean, there's a Bradshaw Mountain Bear out on Drew Meyer waiting for him to get that pitch. So Harrison tucked that himself, and boy, just got pulled and turned around by one of those big defensive linemen in there for Bradshaw and wasn't able to escape. And it's going to be 2nd and long for the Marauders.
So the Marauders looking to take back some of the yards they gave up here on 2nd and 12 on the 18-yard line. 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go here. Harrison, shotgun formation, only man in the backfield. 3 wide receivers right, 2 on the left. Faucha on the run, right side, and he is brought down at the line.
Yeah, and Faucha's, you got to be careful if you're Bradshaw. Faucha gets to that edge. He's extremely fast, but fortunately for the Bears, they were able to track him down, and that's another tackle for loss. You can see the replay here, and for those of you listening, Faucha's got a lot of speed, and I like the Marauders trying to go short side, maybe gamble a little bit and throw Bradshaw off, and Faucha's got the speed for it, but Bradshaw able to track him down there.
It'll be Harrison and Meyer in the backfield, wide receivers on both ends. Harrison, shotgun formation, takes the snap, looking pass, looking left. He's going to roll left. Over the top, he's looking for Freddie Jimenez, makes the catch. He received it, yes he did. And it'll be a first down for the Marauders.
That is just such a nice rollout by Harrison and ball to Jimenez. That's a great job. Harrison getting comfortable early on, and that's great because that's just a money ball. You can see him rolling out to the left there, and off his back foot throws that one. What a catch by Jimenez.
And a beautiful pass from Harrison. He sees the pressure coming, is able to get out of pressure and find a man on the left side. Harrison now rolling right. It's going to be in and out of the hands of Hoke, and it'll be incomplete.
Yeah, and Hoke was real close to catching that one. It just kind of looks like maybe bounced off his knees or something. He went to catch that. And, but, hey, I like Harrison. He's feeling comfortable out there. You can tell by the way he's moving in that pocket.
That's actually Zach Figge down on the field now. So we've got a timeout on the field now. We'll get you updated on Zach Figge when we come back on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Calandra set up on the far right with two receivers on the left. Figge is currently being talked to by medical staff. And I want to welcome you back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Harrison shotgun formation, running backs in the backfield. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to flip it to Falcha, and the ball is loose. It'll be recovered by the Bears.
Yeah, and boy, that Bradshaw read that play extremely well, and boy, they met Meyer in the backfield before he could even grab that football. And another turnover by the Marauders, and we talked about the mistakes. Boy, that's a big hit. That's a well-played execution on the defensive part, and Bradshaw ends up with the football again.
So it'll be another fumble recovery for the Bears, and they'll take over on offense now. We'll finally get our first look at Moises Hernandez. Hernandez shotgun formation. Two wide receivers left, one on the right. They're going to hand it off the gut. Running back. Did he get the first down? I think he was just a little short, but about a 6 or 7 yard gain for the running back for the Bears.
Yeah, that's just a burst of speed. Look like King out there right up the middle. Boy, he's really, really fast. He broke through that line of scrimmage and was really, thank goodness one of the Marauders' defensive line had a jersey there and slowed him down, and they were able to corral him, but not before he got 8 yards on that run.
It was Titus King on the run. We've got a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back right after this.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Shotgun formation. They're going to hand it off to King up the middle, and he's going to get the first down and a couple of yards after that. Want to welcome you back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. You can see on our Cottonwood Recreation Center scoreboard there, 7-0, the Bradshaw Mountain Bears able to recover a blocked punt for a touchdown and just recovered a fumble not too long ago. They have a first down now, 1st and 10 on the 18-yard line, looking to score here once again.
Yeah, and they're giving it to King a couple times in a row, and what they're going to do by doing that is build consistency, which might open up some passing lanes. So Marauders got to pinch that line and stop them early.
Hernandez takes the snap, looking to run himself up the middle, cuts back right. He's got some room past the 10. He's going to get brought down.
Wow, yeah, Hernandez showing some serious speed out there. Philip, I know why he's taking off with that football now. Oh, goodness, that's real fast and agile. You can see the replay. Yeah, Hernandez he kind of patiently waits and tiptoes, waits for a lane to open up, and then bolts right downfield. So good job, Marauders, not let him in the end zone, but it's a big goal line stand now.
Ryan Griffin on the tackle there. So it'll be 2nd and 2 on the 6-yard line, 2nd and goal now for the Bradshaw Bears. Hernandez, shotgun formation, man in the backfield. Wide receivers on the left, one on the right. Hernandez takes the snap. Rolling left, he's going to take it himself. Falcha. Hernandez to the end zone, gets in for a touchdown.
Wow, that's some serious speed. Hernandez on the edge. A couple Marauders look like they might have been able to take him down at an angle, but no, Hernandez just shows his speed, and he's in the end zone.
You can see on the replay there, Hernandez, left side tackle, or excuse me, left side run, was able to find the end zone for a touchdown, and now our score will go 13-0 here early on in the first quarter. Grant looking for the extra point to put it 14-0. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-0 will go our score with 7 minutes, 48 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Marauders will take over on offense. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Welcome back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Marauders going to take over on offense. A rushing touchdown for Moises Hernandez makes our score 14-0 here. 7 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. Philip Katafel alongside Nick Yatsenko. I want to welcome you inside Bradshaw High School. I want to go out of bounds, and the Marauders will take over once again on the 20-yard line. Both offensive drives, Nick, resulting in fumble recoveries. One for a blocked punt for a touchdown. The other one a fumble recovery on a run, and then Moises Hernandez was able to punch it in on the run himself.
Yeah, and boy, they're not necessarily the mistakes that we were talking about being one of the keys to the game. I mean, Bradshaw played it extremely well. Both those fumble recoveries, one was a punt block, and that's just a great special teams play. And the other, boy, that Bradshaw Mountain defense met Meyer in the backfield before the football.
They're going to hand it off to Meyer up the middle. He's going to fight for a few yards, about a 3-yard gain on that run. Now we've got 2nd and 7.
And that's good. I'd like to see the consistency build in that run game, and that's what Andrew Meyer is best at. Falcha and Harrison are the only other players that have had any yards, and they're both negative. So Meyer is the one with positive yardage right now, and I'd like to see him build.
Harrison going to run up the middle. He's got some room past the 30. He's going to take it himself past the 40. Harrison's got a first down and a lot more past the 50. And Zach Harrison's got a big first down for the Marauders.
All of a sudden, you heard that negative yardage, Philip, and said, no way. Let me go down the field and scamper here, show you my speed. Nice job by Harrison. You can see the replay here. Oh, man, he just finds a few holes, looks for the back of his lineman, and he's gone up the sidelines and right out at the 50-yard line.
Harrison will be brought out around the 48, 1st and 10 on the 48-yard line. 7 minutes, 13 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 3 wide receivers left, one on the right. Meyer in the backfield with Harrison. Harrison takes the snap, looking to run himself. He's going to take it up the gut again and get brought down a little bit behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1 or at least right back at the line.
Yeah, it could be a no gain there. And I think Harrison's just excited about that. He's ready to go again. Hey, let me read that defensive end and make another decision. That last play was phenomenal. And this one, that Bradshaw Mountain defensive line was able to wrap him up. So we'll see what Harrison's got for the next one.
We mentioned that Zach is a very mobile quarterback, not afraid to run. And we're seeing it here early, a big run for Harrison. Looking to pass. Downfield, it's picked. That is Gobiel again. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown.
Yeah, boy, untouched. Just a very, very clean pick 6. Harrison was trying to bomb that football in there. He throws it very, very fast, college quarterback-like. But unfortunately, Bradshaw was able to read that one. That's just a clean pick 6. Nobody even there to give him any grief or even touch him.
Daniel Gobiel had the fumble recovery for a touchdown on the punt block, and this time goes all the way for a touchdown on the interception. 20-0 is our score as we await the extra point. Ball is snapped, kick is up, and no good. So 20-0 will remain our score here in the first quarter. We're going to take a break. Marauders will go on defense when we come back on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Welcome back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. You can see on our scoreboard here, the Cottonwood Rec Center scoreboard, 20-0 is our score. Bradshaw Mountain has been taking it to the Marauders so far. Marauders will take over on offense and will look to bounce back here.
Yeah, very, very tough start for the Marauders, especially when you got a defensive touchdown and a special teams touchdown going against you. For head coach Eric Casada, it's going to be just have the boys shake it off. They got to get back out there, regroup, build some consistency, find a couple plays that work. We've seen Meyer be successful on a few runs. Got to find a little bit of consistency, then you can get comfortable to take more chances.
Harrison will take the snap, looking to pass. Quick pass. It is tipped around, and it looks like it will go incomplete. Yes, it will. So Harrison looking short, and it goes incomplete. Hit as he threw. And it'll go incomplete. 2nd and 10 now on the 20-yard line. Marauders' offensive drives have resulted in a punt block, a fumble recovery, an interception, and now they're looking to bounce back here on their 4th offensive drive. Of course, a huge run by Zach Harrison that past offensive go, and it looked good.
Yeah, it sure did. Harrison really showed his speed on the outside, and if he's got any real estate in front of him, he might be gone after he breaks one of those.
That ball is loose. And it looks like the Marauders were able to recover it, and it'll go for a loss of about 3. And that ball is recovered by number 32. That is Ben Wilson.
And Wilson doing a good job. Ball safety out there. That's you don't want to turn over another one here. I mean, that would completely take the wind out of your sails. Bradshaw just licking his chops at this point. But Harrison's got another 3rd down to play with here, 3rd and long. But hey, we've seen the speed and we've seen that arm. I like when he gets comfortable. He makes some real good decisions. So let's see what they got.
Harrison takes the snap, rolling right, looking to pass. A lot of time over the middle. It is incomplete.
Oh, and it was just Dakota Falcha's trying to dive for that one. That was a real good try by Falcha, making something happen. Harrison whipped that ball to the sidelines, and Falcha almost had that one. He went completely airborne, but just outside of the markers. It's going to bring up 4th.
4th and 13 now on the 18-yard line. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Harrison's still on the field, so it looks like the Marauders will be going for it here on 4th down. 2 wide receivers right, 2 on the left. Harrison. Meyer in the backfield, takes the snap. Harrison's going to punt it himself. It'll be returned around the 45. Bradshaw will get good field position, cuts back around the 45. Now looking past the 40, gets a block past the 30 and out of bounds. And it will be a penalty. Definitely going to be blocking the back on that return.
Yeah, and that'll back the Bears up a little bit. And boy, Phil, Bradshaw was actually ready for that one. Like you, I didn't see they had return guys back there waiting, and that's because they've played Mingus many times before. Mingus has always been accustomed to that 4th down. We're going to line up like we're going for it, might kick it. Typically, the quarterbacks will kind of take the snap, roll out a tiny bit, and then all of a sudden pooch kick it. And when you pooch kick it, you end up getting some good bounces going your way. That time Bradshaw was ready. It didn't even look like Harrison was going to pooch kick that one, but hey, he drops off. He made a nice punt. But Bradshaw was ready for that one.
Ismail Solano on the return, so the ball will be spotted on the 15-yard line. So I guess that penalty was against the Marauders. Hernandez takes the snap. Looking for the option. He's going to cut back. Hernandez cuts back again, diving for the pylon and gets in for another touchdown. His 2nd rushing on the night.
Yeah, and Hernandez just, exporting that speed out there. Marauders are going to have to find a way to contain him somehow. We talked about in the pregame a little bit of QB spy going on. Somebody's got to be having their eyes on Moises.
So his 2nd touchdown for Hernandez on the ground. 26-0 is our score here in the first quarter. Going for the extra point now to make it 27-0. Marauders are going to take over on offense once again. Kick is up, and it is good. 27-0 goes our score. When we come back, the Marauders will be back on offense on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere, right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
Hi, my name's Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
I want to welcome you back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. 27-0 is our score. Bradshaw Mountain currently leading the Mingus Marauders by a score of 27-0. Marauders looking to bounce back here on offense. Their last offensive drive resulted in a punt and then a rushing touchdown by Hernandez. That will go out of bounds, and the Marauders will take over once again on the 20.
Yeah, going to be a long field, but the Marauders got to come back and answer it. They got to get some yardage on the board here. The only thing we've really seen that stood out so far is Harrison's sprint up the right side of that, and what a phenomenal play that was. And that's what the Marauders have to build on. You got to shake off these the defensive touchdown, the special teams touchdown. Somehow you got to clear yourself of all that and focus on the drive at hand to get some points on the board.
Harrison, shotgun formation, man in the backfield, that's Meyer. Receivers on both ends. Harrison, man in motion, that's Meyer. Short pass to the right side, completed to Meyer, past the 20, and he's going to go out of bounds. Gain of 1.
Yeah, that's like the passing play coming together there with Meyer. Boy, we're doing a lot of that tonight, Philip. A lot of passing, and that time coming up okay with Meyer, but just a really, really short gain. Almost looks like they gave him no gain on that one, but we'll take an inch or two progress.
Well, we will remain on the 20-yard line, 2nd and 10 now. That pass completed, but goes for no gain. Harrison in the backfield. Meyer, shotgun formation for Harrison. 3 wide receivers bunched on the left, 1 on the right. Harrison takes the snap. Looking to run, taking it himself up the middle. That'll go for about a 4-yard gain on that run for Harrison. Ball should be spotted on the 23, 24-yard line.
And I like Harrison making those reads. He's, for just a sophomore, just phenomenal maturity and poise, and knows how to read that defense, and he's able to pull that ball and get some good yardage out of it for the Marauders.
Taking a look at it here, you can see they're running a lot of that option where they're going to either hand it off to Meyer or Harrison's going to take it. Harrison's taking it a lot because, well, the Bears have just been reading that option run pretty well, and it happened again. You know, they have that target on Meyer. They know that Harrison likes to go to him, and Harrison not afraid to take it himself. He's had some positive yards on the ground, and if they're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. Harrison takes the snap, looking pass, right side. Pressure coming. Harrison trying to fight away, and he's going to get sacked.
Yeah, boy, he was just trying to scramble out of the pocket, and one of the Bears' defensive linemen just pulled a nice spin move out and met Harrison right in the pocket. You can see here on your replay, and for those of you listening, Harrison tries to scramble upfield to get out of it, but unfortunately runs into one of the Bears. And that's another great defensive play by Bradshaw, and they're keeping Mingus pinned.
Manny Salcido on the tackle there. 4th and 10 on the 20. There is 2 men back to return the kick. Harrison sends it downfield. It's going to hop around the 50-yard line, take a couple courtesy hops, and be returned around the 45. And it looks like that'll be the return man again. Solano. He'll get brought down at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, not before Jimenez almost got his hand in there and jarred that ball loose. You're going to see it right here on your replay. Look at that right there. That almost pulled that ball out. That's a great job. Great ball awareness by Jimenez out there, trying to make something of it. He knows his team's in a hole right now, so I really like the play, trying to strip that ball and make a great play out of it. But Mingus defense is going to come up big.
We'll take another look here at the Marauders defense. They'll step on the field. Ball spotted on the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Hernandez and King in the backfield. Man on the left side, 2 men on the right. Hernandez takes the snap, runs left, and gets brought down. 4-yard gain for Hernandez on that run.
Yeah, and the Marauders were ready for that one. Hernandez only got by one of our defensive linemen and then was swallowed up by the linebackers and rest of the D-line. So good job by the Griffins in there and taking Hernandez down because he's got some serious speed.
2nd and 7 now on the 46-yard line. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 27-0 is our score. Marauders looking to get a stop here and look to score before we end this first quarter.
Big stop. Also the field position, Phil. Got to start winning that field position battle. Right now we're playing all in Marauder territory.
Shotgun formation for Hernandez. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Dropping back. Pressure coming. Pass completed on the right side. Past the 30, more than enough for the first down. And that pass completed to the receiver. That is number 18. That is Francisco Valentin.
Yeah, Valentin, nice grab, nice run after the catch. And boy, Philip, that's dangerous. We talked about it. Bradshaw's gonna run, which will build some consistency. All of a sudden, that opens up the passing. Marauders are ready for that run play, trying to get these guys in the backfield. All of a sudden, you leave a wide receiver wide open. So Bradshaw gonna play that to their advantage.
1st and 10 on the 28-yard line. Shotgun formation now for Hernandez. Man in the backfield. 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Hernandez looking to pass. Pressure coming, right side. It is completed again. Valentin with the reception there.
And Valentin, a couple of great catches he's coming up with here. And hey, that's dangerous if Bradshaw can put together a passing game as well. Boy, these guys are really going to march that ball down the field. So nice job by Hernandez to Valentin. These guys, they're 2 for 2 passing.
2nd and 5 now on the 23, under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Marauders looking for a stop and looking to possibly score before we end the first quarter. It's a great grab by Valentin on the right side. Shotgun formation, Harrison. Waiting for the snap, takes it, rolling left. Hernandez past the 10, cutting back, flag down. Hernandez will get brought down, stretching for the pile-on, won't get it.
Yeah, that's a real fast run by Hernandez, and we'll see what the flag is here. It might back Bradshaw back up.
So it was a completed run by Hernandez, and there is a flag on the field that should bring it back a little bit now for the Bears. Not entirely sure if that penalty was on. It was on the Bears, not entirely sure what it was.
Looked like maybe a block in the back. Ref was signaling over to the home crowd there. And yeah, real fortunate for the Marauders here. We're going to live to try to stop these guys.
So it'll be a 10-yard penalty on the holding call on the Bears. So all that progress made on that run will get brought back basically to where they started. So another opportunity here for the Marauders on 2nd and 10 now on the 28. Hernandez, shotgun formation, man in the backfield, 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Hernandez takes the snap, looking to run. Up the gut, no, he's going to go right. Cutting back past the 30, past the 25-10. Hernandez, 3rd rushing touchdown on the night. And the Bears have scored again.
Yeah, and that's just a spectacular play by Hernandez. I mean, he took that ball, looked off the defensive end. He saw a cornerback, one of the Marauders, come around the outside. You can see the replay here. Hernandez sees that guy come around the outside and then just goes right up the middle, and there's no one. He's got serious speed, and you're not going to catch him. That's a great run, and Bradshaw really pouring it on here.
So our score will move now 33-0 as we wait the extra point with under a minute to play here in the first quarter. 3 rushing touchdowns for the sophomore quarterback of the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. Waiting for the extra point now from Grant. Looking to make it 34-0. Kick is up. And it is good. 34-0 will go our score. We'll be right back right after this.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
A rushing touchdown for Moises Hernandez makes our score 34-0. Welcome back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Marauders will take over on offense, looking to get something going before we end the first quarter.
Yeah, and that was a personal foul, so Bradshaw's kickoff is going to be up on the Marauders, like 45-yard line, so it's real close. I imagine a touchback coming here.
So they will kick it away from the 45. Team is lined up on the 49. As we patiently await the kickoff, it will go, as predicted, into the end zone for a touchback. Did that go through the uprights?
Goal, yeah. Count it for 3. No, I'm pretty sure that went through.
So the Marauders will take over on the 20-yard line, something they've done all night so far. 1st and 10 on the 20. We've got 1:19 to go here in the first quarter. Philip Katafamo alongside Nick Yatsenko. I want to welcome you back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. You can see on our Cottonwood Recreation Center scoreboard 34-0. Marauders looking to get something going here offensively. Their only real offensive production so far has been that run from Harrison early on.
Yeah, and we're going to have to build off that. Harrison's taken off with it a few times, and I'm sure we're going to see that speed throughout the night. Just going to have to make more consistent. We need more of those big plays.
Harrison with the hard snap, getting the 5-yard penalty. So the Marauders will now take the ball over on the 25-yard line here, 1st and 10. Harrison, shotgun formation, man in the backfield, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off Meyer up the gut, and they'll get the first down.
Yeah, that's just a great bread and butter run by Zach Meyer. That's going to get the Marauders moving upfield.
So Meyer with the first down. We take another look at it. Just an easy handoff to Drew Meyer for a first down. And the Marauders have gotten themselves their first down tonight.
And how about
second first down tonight.
Harrison setting them up on that hard count? Boy, he's great at that.
Oh, Harrison has been awesome when it comes to those hard snaps. Whenever they've needed a first down, he's been able to do that every single time. They hand it off up the gut again by Meyer, and he's going to get brought down for a gain of about 2. Not a bad run by Drew Meyer once again.
No, and that's what we'd like to see. We were doing a lot of passing early on, and all of a sudden this drive, we see a few run plays, and that's gotten us the first down thus far. I'd like to see us keep doing that.
Marauders have a player down, that is Elon Martinez. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll get you an update on Martinez when we come back right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
People always ask us, what makes us different from other car dealers? Being different is a simple idea. We believe that everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. That belief drives the entire team at Oxendale Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram to try harder and work smarter. We're dedicated to helping you find or fix the perfect car for your life and budget. Whatever it is keeping you from driving the car you want, we'll guarantee to do our best to help you. We're Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we are a dealer for you. Visit our showroom in Cottonwood or see all the deals at mattsays.yes.com.
Want to welcome you back here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Elian Martinez still down on the field, getting checked out by his training staff here, making sure that he is okay to go. Not entirely sure what that injury was, but
no, he was rolling around down there. You don't like seeing that. He looked like he was in some pain. Hopefully, you can always hope for the cramps, but unfortunately, not sure just yet. But he's been down a while. He's moving around, but he definitely looked like he was in some pain.
Martinez usually playing center for the Marauders as well on the defensive line, and can hurt on that play. And hopefully, he can just get back up to his feet and make his way off the field and on his own power, so we can.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bradshaw's thinking the same thing. That you never want to see these young men go down, and hopefully. He'll get right back up and be able to play on here. But Coach Casada in there at the huddle and trying to regroup the boys here, Philip, trying to get these guys to build some consistency. They got a first down going on this drive, looking to build on that and getting upfield and getting some points. That'll really shake it off and open the floodgates, if you will.
Yeah, the Marauders are looking to get something going here. 34-0 is our score here in the first quarter. And we've got under a minute to go, or 41 seconds to go here. And, yeah, the Marauders' only big play so far has been that run by Harrison. And Martinez is back up on his feet, making his way off the field. Good to see. He's getting a little help, getting a little assistance, favoring that left leg. It seems like somewhere around the bottom part of his leg, maybe his ankle or his shin, not entirely sure. They were tying his shoe up as much as possible, so again, don't want to speculate. Not sure what the injury was, but his teammates going over there now to help him off the field. And we'll take over here for the Marauders. They are on the 32-yard line, 2nd and 9. Looking to get something going here offensively. Receivers on the right, one on the right, 3 on the left. Meyer in the backfield, Harrison waiting to take the snap. And they drew him off sides again. We've got 2 flags on the field. Not sure who jumped first.
Looks like the refs are pointing over to the Bradshaw side, and they're going to discuss it as they walk towards the center of the field.
And yeah, the Bradshaw's starting to make their way back. It's going to be another 5-yard penalty, false start.
Such a great job by Harry. We just talked about that, and here he is again with that hard count. He must practice that one.
Keep it going until they stop. Right, that's right. Keep it going. Harrison, shotgun formation, takes the snap, looking left. Right down the field, he's got Calandra. It is incomplete.
Oh, boy, just out of the hands of Calandra. Looked like he had it from our angle up in the box here, but just doesn't come up with it. That was just a huge bomb by Harrison. Great ball, too. It was just a well-thrown ball. You can see the replay here. Harrison will drop back, and Calandra's hightailing it up the right side of the field. And, I think it was that spin, Philip. Anytime you're going as a wide receiver trying to spin for that ball when it's on the outside, that's very, very tough to do. And Calandra wasn't able to come up with it. Going to settle for a 3rd down here.
Not a bad look downfield at all for Zach Harrison, but it does fall incomplete. 3rd down now. Harrison takes the snap. It is loose, and it is recovered by Bradshaw, and they'll take over.
Yeah, that's a simple mistake there by the Marauders. That one literally came right off Harrison, and it just hit the defensive lineman, and then he covered that one.
We're taking another look at it. Yeah, just a little bit of a high snap, and it hit Harrison right on the chest around the neck area, and it was, went loose. Ball was recovered. Now Bradshaw's got the ball around the 32-yard line. 1st and 10. 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 34-0 is our score. Bears currently leading the Marauders. Shotgun formation for Hernandez. 2 on the left, 1 on the right. King in the backfield. Harrison takes the snap, looking pass. He's going to take a shot across the middle. It is incomplete and will go out of bounds.
Yeah, boy, I like the throw by Hernandez. That was a bullet. He threw that one real hard, just like Zach Harrison does for us and the Marauders, and just wasn't able to come up with that one. Good job by Mingus defense being all over the wide receivers. There wasn't much space there, so the Marauders doing a good job of covering. And, hey, that's what you got to do. Knock them off their game a little bit. That's Hernandez's first incompletion. Got to keep that rolling.
Pass intended for fellow quarterback Josh Grant, but it does go incomplete. Hernandez, shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers left, 1 on the right, man in the backfield. They're going to take the snap. Not sure what the call on the field is. Looks like it is going to be a timeout on Bradshaw. They're going to take one. We're going to take one as well. 34-0 is our score. 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Don't go anywhere right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Welcome back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Marauders looking to get a stop here on defense. Hernandez, shotgun formation, takes the snap. Looking left. Marauders trying to swarm. Ball is loose, and it is recovered by Hernandez, but a good tackle for a loss.
Oh, most certainly. Great job by the Marauders tracking Hernandez down, and we saw the DBs there covering the pitch guy. So there was nowhere for Bradshaw to go on that one. Hernandez ends up fumbling that one. Great job by the Marauders, and that's the kind of way you got to play this Bradshaw Mountain offense.
Well, we've seen Hernandez make that run to the left. This time it resulted in a fumble, and it will be a loss of 6. So the Marauders, we've got a timeout on the field. We're going to stick around here. 34-0 is our score. The Marauders are looking, or excuse me, that's the end of the first quarter. We actually are going to take a break. When we come back, Marauders will be on defense this time going from right to left right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name's Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service.
Want to welcome you back here. That pass goes incomplete. Hernandez looking for a receiver on the right. It'll go now 4th down, so the first 4 now for the Marauders defense here, 4 and 15 on the 36-yard line. As we begin the second quarter, our score on our Cottonwood Recreation Center scoreboard, 34-0. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Yatsenko. And, well, the Marauders looking for their first turnover on the defensive side tonight.
Yeah, and that's a great job. I mean, these guys got a 4th down to play with now. Marauders got to come up with a big stop here. Already the last 2 plays have been incompletions for Hernandez, so great job, Mingus defense stepping up.
It looks like Bradshaw will go for it. Hernandez shotgun formation. King in the backfield, 2 wide receivers right, 1 on the left. Hernandez takes the snap. King up the middle, looking for the first down. He is going to cut back and go out of bounds. Will not get the first down, so we'll see a turnover.
Yeah, and that's a great job playing that one on the Marauders side. They kind of figured a run was coming up the middle there, and King was able to kind of dodge a few defenders, but not before he got to that linebacker level. Great job, Marauders, with the turnover on downs.
And it looks like, yeah, that was number 26 for the Marauders. That was Luis Moya on the tackle to shut down the first down attempt on the looking to convert on the 4th down. So we've got 11 minutes, 2 here in the second quarter. Harrison shotgun formation, Meyer in the backfield. 2 wide receivers right, 1 on the left. Harrison waiting to take the snap. Meyer in the backfield. They're going to hand it off. Meyer to the left side. Meyer looking for some space. He's going to get brought down right back at the line.
Boy, I mean, he found a tiny bit of space and made something of it. Yeah, they're going to walk him up a yard or 2 on that. He looked like he just crashed into the line of scrimmage. Good job, Drew Meyer. Those are those tough yards, and those plays right there are going to open up some other options for Harrison, including the pass.
It will go for a 1-yard gain now. Marauders on the 29-yard line, going from left to right on your radio dial. 2nd and 9. Harrison takes the snap, looking pass. Down the middle, looking for Jimenez. It is incomplete.
Yeah, and I like it. Jimenez double covered out there, but still, Harrison looks comfortable in the pocket. Delivered a good ball. You do not want to give the defensive backs any chance at that ball. You can see the replay here. Harrison only throws it to where Jimenez can come up with that. He doesn't. It's an incompletion. They live to see another play.
And it will go in it for an incompletion. So now we've got 3rd and 9 on the 29-yard line. Marauders looking for a first down here, keep their drive alive. Harrison, shotgun formation, Meyer in the backfield, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Harrison looking to get the call from Coach Casada on the sidelines. And we're going to get a timeout. So the Marauders will take a timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back right after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
10 minutes, 26 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 34-0 is our score. 3rd and 9 now for the Marauders on the 29-yard line. Philip Katapa alongside Nick Yatsenko. Want to welcome you back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Harrison, shotgun formation, man in motion. That's Meyer looking to pass over the top. He's got Calandra wide open. It is incomplete.
Oh, boy, just overthrew Calandra. Harrison did there, and that was real close. That's a great dive by Calandra, trying to make something of that one. And Harrison just put a little bit too much on that ball. Otherwise, got to appreciate the gamble there, Philip, trying to go deep downfield with it and get a chunk play. Unfortunately, Marauders aren't able to come up with it.
4th and 9 now for the Marauders. Harrison in the backfield has punted on the last few times that they've had 4th and long. It is 4th and 9 here on the 29. 10 minutes, 22 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Seems like Harrison might be punting away. They are prepared for it. Harrison will punt, and it'll get blocked, and it is recovered by Harrison. He's able to fall on top of it, but it will be a turnover, and the Bears will take over on the 18-yard, or excuse me, the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and they're, boy, that's just great field position for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. And, yeah, Philip, that was a punt attempt by Harrison. You can see the replay there, and just too close to the line of scrimmage he was. Bradshaw able to penetrate that, and Harrison looked like he might have got the ball off his foot, but it hit somebody immediately. He was real close to the line of scrimmage there. Bradshaw's going to get real good field position.
Hernandez, shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers left, 1 on the right. Man of the backfield, that's King. They're going to hand it off, King right side. Nope, it's going to be Hernandez on the keeper up the middle, and he's going to get the first down and a little more.
Yeah, that's just a good shifty run by Hernandez. He knows how to make a couple guys miss up front and get downfield, and that's another first down for Bradshaw, and it's going to be 1st and goal. And boy, Marauders, if they want to stop any kind of a running clock from coming on this early in the game, Marauders got to come up with a big stop here.
Marauders looking for that big stop. Were able to do it last time on defense and keep the Bradshaw Bears off the scoreboard. But now here, 1st and 10, 1st and goal now. Hernandez takes the snap, hands it off to King up the middle. And he is brought down, but not before he gains about 5 yards.
Yeah, King kind of swallowed up before the goal line there, and Mingus is going to have to stack that one with all their defensive linemen and linebackers now, because it's, boy, that football is just a few yards away from the end zone.
5-yard gain on the run there for King. So now it'll be 2nd and 5 on the 5-yard line. 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Marauders looking to keep the Bears off the board. 34-0 is our score. Hernandez, shotgun formation. 2 left, 1 right. King in the backfield. They're going to take the snap. Hernandez is going to hand it off to King, right side. He's going to get brought out of bounds. Great coverage by Alvarez on the right side.
Yeah, extremely well played by the Marauders defense there. Alvarez, they had a guy watching Hernandez, and then they had a guy watching King. That guy watching King was Alvarez, and he did a great job of running him right out of bounds, even for a little bit of a loss, it looked like.
Angelo Alvarez doing a good job on the far side. It's going to be a loss of 1, so 3rd and 6 on the 6-yard line. Marauders looking for a huge stop here. Try to get something going before we head into halftime. Still got about 8 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the second quarter. Hernandez, shotgun formation. 2 on the left, 1 on the right, man in the backfield. Hernandez waiting for the snap. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Left side, it is incomplete.
Yeah, and that's it looks like it hit the receiver right in the hands. That's just fortunate for Mingus. He didn't come up with that one, and so far, great goal line stand.
So now it'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 6. We'll see what Bradshaw does here. Looks like they might bring out the field goal unit. Look to make it 37-0.
That's 3 incompletions for Hernandez there, Philip. And boy, he started out hot. He started out, first 2 completions were for 29 yards. Last 3 attempts, he has come up short. So good job by the Marauders defense, kind of turning that passing angle around.
So Grant looking to make it a 37-0 lead as he goes for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. The field goal is good. 37-0 goes our score. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Marauders will take over on offense right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Don't go anywhere.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
So the Bears will kick it off to the Marauders here. I want to welcome you back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. 8 minutes, 46 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Kick is up. Marauders are looking for their first return. It's going to take a hop, and it'll be recovered. Meyer in the backfield. Meyer out of the end zone, past the 20. Looking to get past the 25. He's going to get stopped around the 24. So the Marauders will start the ball on the 24-yard line this time.
Yeah, slightly better than their last drives have started on the 20. So they get a few more yards thanks to Meyer with a run back. And, yeah, Philip, it's really gut check time. Down 37-0, Marauders got to find a way to get down that field. We've seen some plays where the potential's there. They can bust it. They just got to get down there just as a confidence booster, get some points on the board. And like I said earlier, open up them floodgates. Once you get one, you can get more, and those bigger plays start to come.
Harrison hands it off to Meyer up the middle. Meyer fighting for that first down. He'll get a 7-yard gain on that run.
Yeah, great job. And that's the bread and butter right there. Meyer up the middle and 7 yards on that one. That's just great blocking by the interior line and good execution.
2nd and 5 now on the 30-yard line on that run up the gut by Meyer. Marauders looking for a first down. Harrison, shotgun formation. Meyer in the backfield. Takes the snap. Harrison's going to take it himself on the left side. He's got room, looking for the first down, and a little more. He's going to get out of bounds and get the first down.
Yeah, that's that speed that Harrison showed us before, Philip, and that's dangerous on the outside. Wow. I mean, if there was nobody there, if he could have maybe hopped that last defender, he'd have been gone. Nobody can catch him. He's on the flip side of it, like Hernandez for Bradshaw. These guys are shifty for being sophomore quarterbacks. Right. Harrison and Moises, these guys are showing some serious speed out there. And good job by Harrison getting his Marauder bunch a first down, and these guys are driving.
Harrison looking to continue this drive, able to get the first down. Harrison, Meyer, Calandra, Falcha, Jimenez. We've seen Figgy out there as a receiver. Marauders looking to do everything right here. Put something on the board before we head into halftime. Shotgun formation for Harrison. Man in the backfield, that's Meyer. Harrison looking to pass. Looking left, pressure coming. Harrison is brought down for a loss.
Yeah, and that's just Bradshaw coming around the outside. Harrison had to get rid of that. He didn't have as much time as he thought. He rolled out to the left looking to pass that ball downfield and did not see the Bradshaw Mountain Bear coming from the backside, and he was able to just kind of track him down. And good job, Harrison, hanging on to that football because these guys are going for the strip and that kill shot now. So Marauders, it's all about ball safety, and you got to go to this next play here, 2nd down.
2nd and 16 on the 30-yard line. Harrison takes the snap. They're going to hand it off. Meyer left side looking to cut back, cuts back through the middle, looking for a few extra yards. He's going to get 5 on that run.
He's going to kind of just negate that yardage that was lost on the last sack, and it's going to be 3rd and long, it's like just past 10 yards.
It'll be 3rd and 10 on the 36-yard line. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Marauders looking for a first down here, keep their drive going. They really want to get something going here. The run has been pretty successful for the most part, but hopefully they're kind of hoping for the same success that the Bears have had in terms of going to the run and then going back to the pass for big yards.
Most certainly, and it could start on special teams or defense like it did for the Bears. Coming up with a big play might spark the offense.
Harrison rolling out, looking pass, pressure coming, flips it, it's complete, and it was completed to Jimenez on the far side, but we'll go for a loss. So it'll bring up 4th down now.
And better than the sack. That's just a great job by Harrison. You can see the replay here. Rolls out, and Bradshaw able to take him down in the backfield, but not before he can get that ball out to Jimenez. Still for a loss, but not as much as if Harrison would have went down.
So the Marauders will look to punt here on 4th. And looks like they're going to let Peter Calandra kick it away. Calandra in the shotgun formation, trying to catch the Bears off guard. And that's going to be offsides. So they will draw them offsides. Looks like it was Drew Meyer and Peter Calandra in the backfield, and they're able to draw the Bears offsides. So that's going to go for 5.
That's incredible. That's incredible execution by the offense, and what discipline by the linemen. I know when I was in there, Philip, I could never hold my horses back. I used to hear Tony Vaca give me the big old, hey, trying to get that defense off, and I used to just tip forward and it's on us. So great job and great discipline on the Marauders' offensive line. These guys are getting it done, and that's just awesome by Harrison to see that work out so many times.
So actually it's a false start on the Marauders, so it will bring them back.
Take all that back, and that's exactly what I used to do.
They're going to punt it away. Meyer sends it downfield, and it's going to take a hop around the 40. Bobbled, and it is recovered by the Marauders.
Yeah,
That's Zach Harrison.
Amazing play, and Harrison gets downfield and grabs the ball and says, let's go, offense.
Wow, how about that? Harrison able to come up on the fumble recovery to put his offense back on the field. And so the Marauders will take over 1st and 10. We take another look at it. It kicked around the feet of the returner for the Bears, and then Harrison able to slide in and grab that ball. Now putting his team in a good position here to put some points up on the board before we head to halftime.
Not the most consistent way to get downfield, but you did it. Let's go Marauders. They're driving now.
Harrison looking to pass right side, looking for Wilson. It's going to go incomplete.
Yeah, and I like the going for the end zone play right off the bat. That's just a kill shot, trying to get your momentum back into this one, especially after a great fumble recovery on the punt. And, hey, that's what we just talked about. Special teams might be a big factor in this game. It was for Bradshaw early on. Special teams came up with their first touchdown. Then defensively they got a touchdown. Sometimes you need those auxiliaries to perform, and then all of a sudden your offense will spark, and then those guys, the floodgates are open for them. So far, that's a great job by the Marauders punt team, and hopefully the offense can capitalize.
3 wide receivers right, 1 on the left. Harrison, shotgun formation, Meyer in the backfield. Harrison hands it off to Meyer. Meyer trying to break free, fighting him for a few yards. He's going to go past the 30 and get brought down. They're going to get spotted on the 35-yard gain for Drew Meyer.
Yeah, and the Bradshaw Mountain Bears were able to drag Drew back a few yards, but they're going to give him that forward momentum on that. That's just a great job running right up the middle and getting his Marauder squad into striking distance here. These guys got a 3rd and not so long. This is definitely manageable, and everyone's looking at Coach Casada on the sidelines, waiting for the call.
Marauders are in field goal position if needed. Of course, it is 3rd down. Marauders still have an opportunity here to get into the end zone. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Harrison takes the snap. Ball is loose, and Harrison jumps right on top of it, and it'll go for a loss.
Yeah, it looks like just a fumbled handoff, maybe a miscue on the handoff there, and good job by Harrison just dropping down on that one.
So it'll be 4th and 8 now, and it'll go to the 35-yard line. Make it 4th and 9. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go here. Marauders looking to convert.
Yeah, they're definitely going for it here.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Harrison, the only man in the backfield. Looking to get some points up on the board before we head into halftime. Harrison, pressure coming, hits as he throws, and it'll go incomplete.
Boy, and that was just some serious pressure by the entire, looks like the linebackers all blitzed for Bradshaw in there, and they were able to get to Harrison. Harrison's kind of crunching on them insides. Hopefully he's okay. That was just a big hit. You can see the replay there. Oh, man, right when he let that ball go, he got hit pretty hard. So hopefully he's okay. But hey, Marauders offense has got to build on this, and I know these guys are on the sidelines right now trying to figure out a way, how can we get some points on the board and build some confidence and momentum.
Well, it'll be 1st and 10 now on the 35-yard line for the Bears. Marauders looking for a stop. 4 minutes, 18 seconds to go here. Hernandez takes the snap, looking to pass. Right side, far side. It is tipped in the air and incomplete.
Oh, that was a bullet by Hernandez. He's hitting his receivers hard with that football, very similar to Zach Harrison. These quarterbacks have a little bit of a similar play style where they throw that football really, really fast. You typically don't see that even out of your seniors in high school football. Haven't seen that too many times the past few years. And even some of those great quarterbacks we saw early on in the season didn't throw that fast. And Harrison does, and Moises Hernandez just did the same. Hit his receiver's hands and bounces way up.
Yeah, both quarterbacks not afraid to throw the hard ball. Hernandez looking to pass again. Far side, wide open. It is complete. That is Valentin past the 10 into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Bears have extended their lead 43-0.
Yeah, and that's just an absolute bomb downfield. And Valentin was wide open, and Bradshaw's really opening the gates now.
Hernandez just winds back and launches that one. Valentin wide open on the right side and is able to find a touchdown. His first passing touchdown for tonight for Hernandez. 3 rushing touchdowns on the stats for him. 4 in total. 43-0 is our score. And the Bears will go for the extra point. Grant looking to knock in the extra point. Kick is up. And it is good. 44-0 goes our score. 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter when we come back on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettles and go Marauders.
I want to welcome you back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Yatsenko. 44-0 is our score here as we get closer to halftime. Marauders looking to get something going here. Put some points on the board. Kick is up. And it'll go returned around the 4-yard line. Gets a block. Moya will get tackled at the 20.
Oh, boy, and that was looked real promising for Moya there. He was kind of sprinting towards the right side of that field, but Bradshaw Mountain Bear came steamrolling through and tackled him on that one.
So the Marauders will take over on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Marauders. Their last drive resulted in a 4-and-out turnover, and then a deep bomb down the sideline for Valentine for a touchdown for the Bears to make it 44-0. Harrison making his way out to the field. Meyer in the backfield. 3 wide receivers right, 1 on the left. Shotgun formation. Harrison looking to get something going here. Takes the snap. He's got some pressure coming. Harrison's going to take it himself. Cuts back. And will go tackled for a loss.
And Harrison's just trying to make something of it out there.
Yeah.
He just scrambled to the left side, maybe looking to pass that one, but just a lot of Bradshaw Mountain Bears around him, and he's just kind of trying to spin and get back to the middle of the field. But by the time he does that, there's a bunch of Bears waiting for him.
It'll be 2nd and 14 now on the 18-yard line. 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Harrison, shotgun formation. Meyer in the backfield. 3 wide receivers right, 1 on the left. Marauders looking for some points here before we head to halftime. 2nd down. Harrison takes the snap, and it's going to be a flag. Going to have a false start. And it's going to be on the side of the Marauders, so they're going to get brought back 5 yards.
Yeah, boy, ever since we maybe we could have jinxed him on that there, Phil. We're talking about that discipline, and all of a sudden now we got a couple false starts. But, no, these guys are just trying to get off that football and make something of it out there. They're trying to get some points on the board right now, and you can just tell your playmakers are going to do everything they can. Harrison on that last play rolls out to the left, doesn't see anything. He's going to spin it back to the middle. I mean, these guys are going to scratch and claw and try to get some points.
Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Meyer up the middle. Ball is loose, and it looks like somebody fell on top of it. Or Drew Meyer was brought down. I thought the ball was on the ground.
And
regardless,
either way, they were. Drew Meyer was met in the backfield by some Bears on that.
We'll take another look at it here. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off to Meyer, and the ball was not on the ground. Meyer was just brought down, so it'll go for a loss, and we'll have 3rd and 22 here on the 10-yard line. Two wide receivers on both ends. Man in the backfield. Harrison, shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Looking to pass. He's going to run and get brought down.
Yeah, a little bit of a QB draw there, trying to catch Bradshaw like off guard. And Harrison with that speed is able to break that, but Bradshaw was ready for that one and got Harrison as soon as he got back to the line of scrimmage.
So the ball will be back on the 10-yard line. No gain on that run. 4th and 22 here with 1:28 to go. Marauders will punt it away. 44-0 is our score. Getting closer and closer to halftime. Under 1:20 to go.
We'll talk about the stats during our halftime show. And Phil, definitely excited to see the adjustments we make. They've been great all season at halftime. And we're going to have to come out and get some points if we're the Marauders here. And they're going to take a timeout. That's what they're trying to do before we get into halftime. Just get some points on board. Let's boost our confidence. Let's open up those floodgates like we've mentioned before. So
Marauders will take a timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
great program. You know, it gets you ready for a great career in life. It's good, steady. You know, it made my journey and my decision to start this career path a whole lot easier. Keeps you active. From coming from a sports background, being active is what I love. You know, if you want something fun and exciting, this might just be for you.
Fourth down and 21 here on the 10-yard line. Minute and 6 to go here in the second quarter. 44-0 is our score. Bradshaw Mountain over the Mingus Marauders so far. Marauders will punt it away. Philip Katafel alongside Nick Yatsenko. Of course, don't go anywhere, and we will still be here for the halftime show when we make our way to halftime. Marauders looking to get something going here. They'll punt it away on fourth down. Punt it downfield. It'll take a hop around the 30, and it will be returned at the 39.
Yeah, it takes a Marauder bounce, and that's good to see a clean punt go off. Boy, another one of them blocked in the end zone would have been just really devastating for the Marauders. So good job getting that punt off, and it got to start winning the field position battle a little bit. Bradshaw's had it way too easy all night, Philip. We'll talk about that during the halftime show, along with all the stats Bradshaw's putting up. Boy, they're having quite a night here on senior night. And Mingus just looking to make some adjustments and get on the board. You got to get some points going and talk about those highlight points that we're talking about all season. We've seen some real bright spots. We need to see some of those in the second half.
Shotgun formation for Hernandez. 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Hernandez rolling right on the run. He's got room past the 35, now past the 30. Cuts back and gets brought down. We'll get the, looks like he almost got the first down. He's going to get stopped short of the 1, so it'll be second and 1 on the 25, 26-yard line. Clock is winding down here, only 30 seconds to go. Of course, stay right here. We'll be head into our halftime show and then get you ready for the second half. Marauders looking to climb a hill here, 44-0 in our score. 20 seconds to go here. Hernandez going to hand it off to King. King up the middle. He's going to get brought down, but it's going to go for a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, and that might run out the clock till halftime here. Bradshaw being conservative, just running the football. And good job by the Marauders stopping King on that. And, boy, like I was going to mention that play before, Philip, Hernandez is quite a running quarterback. We haven't seen the quarterbacks we've played against that much use their feet, and Hernandez really is. He's got some real good speed, and he's been using it on the Marauders all night.
Hernandez has been a problem in the battle of sophomores right now, is leaning on the side of the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. Marauders going to halftime, down 44-0 is our score. When we come back, we'll get you caught up on the first half. We'll get you ready for all the senior night festivities, and then we'll get ready for the second half. Philip Katafel alongside Nick Yatsenko. Don't go anywhere. Halftime show is just around the corner right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps. And let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
2 things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
So I'm really happy that I decided to start flying as a career. It just gives me a sense of confidence that I never really experienced before in my life. It's just something that not many people get to do, and it's just a blessing to be able to do it pretty much every single day of my life and just be surrounded by it all the time.
Want to welcome you inside the broadcast booth here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Phil Catafo alongside Nick Yatsenko. Our score currently 44-0 as it's been all Bradshaw Bears so far, and it's been led. We mentioned it at the top of the game that it was going to be the battle of the sophomores, Moises Hernandez and Zach Harrison, and it's been mostly Moises Hernandez so far.
Yeah, just a real rough start for the Marauders. Marauders gave up a special teams touchdown. It was the very first punt of the game for them. Bradshaw blocks that one, runs it into the end zone. I mean, that it's not so much a mistake as a great play on special teams from Bradshaw. And then, the sophomore for us is having a rough night so far. And then the second one's going to be pick six. And those are always tough. And Harrison's just trying to throw that football real hard into his wide receiver's hands, and it just didn't work out. Bradshaw read that one great. That was a pick six, and that's not a good way to start the game. That's not going to give you any momentum or anything like that. You got Moises, a sophomore for Bradshaw, on the sidelines over there. Well, there's Harrison's stats right there, 3 for 14, 13 yards and an interception. So the passing game's been rough. The attempts are there. We're trying to get it downfield. We're just not having success with that. And on the other side, when you're Moises in the Bradshaw Mountain Bears, you're just kind of sitting back waiting. All of a sudden, your special teams puts a score up, then defense scores. All of a sudden, your job becomes a lot easier, and the pressure's off a little bit. So you go out there a little bit loose, and it's easier to play like that.
Yeah, and of course, Bradshaw started the game out hot. I mean, they had that blocked punt for a touchdown, and then, like you mentioned, they had the interception. Of course, on the side of the Marauders, Harrison, while he has been struggling, did have a huge run for a big chunk of yardage for a big first down for the Marauders early on. It's kind of been the more positive aspect of tonight's game has been the run. 40 yards, 5 carries. They've been running a lot of draws. They've been looking at Harrison more in the run game. And, of course, they're going to keep going to the pass as much as they can. Harrison is a great passing quarterback. But, doing it with his feet as much as he can. Drew Myers got a couple rushing yards. It's just, Hernandez has just been killing the Marauders on the run. He had a deep bomb pass to Valentin early on, then connected for a ginormous touchdown before we headed into halftime. And, the Marauders are going to have to make a lot of adjustments here. They're going to be starting on defense to begin the second half. And they're going to have to, first and foremost, shut down the sophomore on the Bradshaw mountainside.
Yeah, most certainly. And I know the Marauders have been QB spying on Hernandez, but it just doesn't work. You need a couple guys watching him. He's really, really fast. He's made a lot of great plays for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears tonight. And, I imagine some of the adjustments, which have been great. The adjustments the Marauders have made all season long have been great. Granted, it's typically coming when we're down by a lot of points, but we're able to come back in that second half and put some points up ourselves. And at this point, that's what we need. We need to find some building blocks to go off of. So hopefully we can see Harrison connect on a few more of these passes, a lot of attempts. He's throwing the ball a lot tonight, and just not coming to 3 completions isn't going to get it done. He knows that. These guys all know that. They're in there. The bread and butter play to Drew Meyer, there's Harrison's stats again. He's got to up those up. And Drew Meyer on the other side. Drew Meyer's the bread and butter on the offense, consistently running that football, which opens up a little bit of the passing lanes for Zach. And he's kind of getting it done, but Bradshaw's doing a great job of just snuffing these plays out. You can tell that these teams have played against each other. Moises Hernandez is definitely a great athlete and showing us some serious speed out here.
Yeah, Moises Hernandez playing very, very well. Of course, like we mentioned, the side of Bradshaw as well. Defensively, they're playing pretty well. We'll get to their stats in a little bit. But, it just seems like Harrison has had his opportunities downfield. It's just either gone out of the hands of receiver or just thrown a little bit, past his guy. And they're good balls. They're good throws. It's just, sometimes, mistakes happen and you can't connect on, every single pass. And I wouldn't doubt if the Marauders keep going back to the air, maybe go a little bit more to the run early on to kind of set the tempo and then go back with Harrison and hope that they can catch Bradshaw sleeping. But it is a very, very big hole to climb, down 44-0 in the second half.
Yeah, it sure will be. And like you just said, that was a great point you mentioned. Some of the passing plays that we've seen have been so close to being completed, and that's Falcha on the sidelines laying out for it. He's real close. He just went outside of his fingers, and Calandra almost had that deep bomb downfield. Actually, two of them. He laid out for one of them on the sidelines just past his fingertips, and then the other one, and both those, might I say, comes from Zach Harrison, throwing that football very, very fast.
Yep.
So it's not like your typical high school quarterback. He throws it like a college quarterback.
He does.
Just a sophomore, he's going to have to build chemistry with those wide receivers because they're not used to it. I can tell you that wide receivers in high school aren't used to catching footballs coming that speed. So they're going to have to adjust with Harrison a little bit. And that other almost completion to Calandra. Calandra's on the sidelines, and the ball was just behind him, so he's got to turn and make a move to catch that. And when you're running full speed down the sidelines, that's real tough to do. He almost came up with it, but Marauders got to connect on some of these big plays.
And we mentioned it a couple times, at least all season long, that we love the maturity of Zach Harrison. You saw in one of the plays he was getting brought down, literally dragged down by the defender, and he's able to flip the ball to Freddie Jimenez. Who knows? If he gets that completion off, there's no one around Freddie Jimenez. That goes down for 20, 30, maybe even a touchdown for the Marauders. So it's just the intelligence of the quarterback on Zach Harrison's side. Of course, he's going to struggle. He's young. He's only a sophomore. He's still got 2 more seasons, 2 more games. 2.5 more games left to this season, and then 2 more full seasons next year and the year after. So we'll obviously get to see the development and the maturity continue with Zach Harrison. But, we love seeing the early on sort of just stuff he's noticed. When the defense is coming in on those draw runs to Drew Meyer, he'll pull it back and take it himself. On the flip option, we know that the Marauders love to run that when they'll go Meyer short on the right side or left side. It doesn't matter. It just seems like, we'll see this development continue with Harrison, and he's going to be an exceptional quarterback into his junior and senior season, and we're going to be right here to watch it happen.
Yeah, he sure will be. He'll be exceptional, no doubt about that, especially the way he throws the ball. And
had a fumble recovery tonight.
Right, yeah, getting down the field on a punt.
On special teams.
That's just a great job by the quarterback. He's an athlete. He's going to play. If he could play on defense and Coach Casada was okay with that, I bet you he would, because he's just a great athlete. And Harrison's getting it done. And like you were saying, it's going to be fun to watch him. Bill will be here in the next few seasons. Guess who else is going to be here? Moises Hernandez on the other side of football for Bradshaw. He's just a sophomore, and he's going to have a few more seasons too, and it's going to be scary to see how well he develops, because he's really showed some great speed, bursting through that line of scrimmage, able to scramble, and he's got a touchdown pass tonight too. He's getting it done.
4 total touchdowns for Hernandez on the night so far. We're going to take a look at Bradshaw's stats when we come back on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
People always ask us, what makes us different from other car dealers? Being different is a simple idea. We believe that everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. That belief drives the entire team at Oxendale Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram to try harder and work smarter. We're dedicated to helping you find or fix the perfect car for your life and budget. Whatever it is keeping you from driving the car you want, we'll guarantee to do our best to help you. We're Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we are a dealer for you. Visit our showroom in Cottonwood or see all the deals at mattsays.yes.com.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Want to welcome you back here to Bradshaw Mountain High School. Our score at halftime, 44-0. Bears currently over the Marauders. Philip Katafma alongside Nick Yatsenko. Want to welcome you back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV inside the broadcast booth. We talked about the Marauders on offense and defense. Now let's shift our focus to the team that's currently leading this game, the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. And we mentioned it was going to be the battle of the sophomores. And right now, Moises Hernandez has been a monster so far for the Bears.
Yeah, he's coming up huge for Bradshaw Mountain. He's got everybody fired up on senior night over on the home stands. And, boy, unfortunately, he's getting the best of the Marauders right now. You know, some of the adjustments coming out of halftime are going to be to watch him. Maybe even put two guys spying on him. He's very, very agile. They haven't given it to King too much.
They haven't needed to.
Yeah, they haven't. Yeah, Hernandez just taking it himself. Now, Hernandez started out real hot passing and ended real hot, with that big passing play to Valentin.
That's right.
But right in between that was a soft spot where the Marauders found themselves getting a few incompletions out of Hernandez. That's what they need to build on. They need to go back to and revisit those plays during halftime and say, all right, what did we do well here? You can see Hernandez stats there, 3 for 7, 87 yards, 1 touchdown. A lot of that, almost all of that comes from that big play to Valentin towards the end of the half. But he's getting it done on his feet, too. He's really, really putting a damper on the Marauders' defense with his feet. You can see here he's got 7 carries, 70 yards.
3 touchdowns.
10 yards a carry, and he's taken off with it a lot, 7 times. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. The Marauders have got to key on him and got to stop him.
It seems like Hernandez really likes to run to the outside when he's got that room, and we've seen it all night so far as Hernandez was able to break out to the right side. He's found holes. I mentioned in the pregame that they needed to plug those holes as much as they could. It was an issue against Mojave. They were up against Mojave, and then Mojave was able to battle back and get their second come-from-behind victory against the Marauders 29-28, and it started with plugging up those holes on defense, and Bradshaw, for the most part, of course, 2 of their touchdowns have come defensively, the fumble recovery and the interception. But, either way, a lot of them have come on the ground, and most of them have come on the ground. 3 touchdowns for Hernandez on the run. They've got to plug up the holes and try to contain Hernandez, like you said. The passing game, they have had some big completions. They had the big completion to the far side to Valentin for a touchdown, and then he had another great grab on the far side earlier on in the first quarter. But, we take a look at Valentin's stats. There are 3 receptions, 87 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, a majority of those yards have come because of that big reception. But regardless, I mean, the Marauders are going to have to plug those holes as much as they can, especially on the run.
Yeah, and Bradshaw's done a great job of executing after the mistakes. Like you mentioned, the fumble recovery in the end zone for a touchdown, or he took it in the end zone for a touchdown, and then the pick 6. That stuff really opens it up for the offense. Like we talked about in the earlier segment, it makes you comfortable. Moises is just a sophomore out here playing a little rivalry game. Well, guess what? When your special teams puts points on the board first, it's a little bit easier. You got a little bit of less pressure on you to go out and you feel free to make those moves and try to throw something downfield. And the first 2 attempts he threw were completions. So he showed that when he came out on the field. He was comfortable and ready to go. And Marauders have got to try to turn the tables with that and make something happen on special teams. That was a great thing that we didn't talk about as one of the keys to the game. I know I talked about penalties being a thing, and it is tonight. We're seeing the Marauders use penalties to their advantage by drawing them off sides.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we didn't talk about special teams, and that's played a huge role in tonight so far. They blocked 2 of the Marauders' punts. 1 ended up being a touchdown. So right now, Bradshaw leading in all 3 categories. Mingus just got to get ahead in one of them. Just one, either defensively or on special teams, make some plays happen. And we did see Harrison come up with a huge play on that punt and recover that and kept the Marauders' drive alive. So we need more of those plays and get some points off of those for sure.
Marauders are looking to climb a hole. 44-0 is our score. When we come back, second half football will be underway right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Don't go anywhere.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Want to welcome you back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Second half football is getting underway. The Marauders will kick it off to the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Yatsenko. Our score 44-0. The Bradshaw Mountain Bears controlling most of the first half and leading this game significantly, but the Marauders looking to bounce back and look for a comeback victory here. Dakota Falcha back to kick it away. Looking to send it downfield. Marauders looking for a couple stops here and a bunch of touchdowns to get back into this game.
Anything, whether that be from special teams, defense. Marauders looking for anything to get points on the board.
Falcha sends it downfield. It'll be recovered around the 10. Cutting past the 25, now past the 30. Will get brought down at the 34. The ball is... I thought the ball got loose, but it's actually is in the hands the whole time. The returner stepped out of bounds around the 32-yard line, and that's where the Bears will start their drive, 1st and 10.
And this is going to be some of the worst field position for the Bears, and Marauders have got to keep them pinned down here. Come up with a big 4th down stop, make them punt it away. Hey, either that or something big. We need some points on the board. Maybe that's the defense that comes through first, or special teams like it was for Bradshaw. But nonetheless, Mingus got a big defensive stand they got to pull right here.
Hernandez in the backfield. King right next to him. 2 wide receivers right, 1 on the left. Hernandez waiting for the snap. Takes it, rolling right. He's going to run. Cuts back past the 30, past the 35, and will get brought down at the 38.
He's going to get upfield. Boy, he's really, really shifty, Phillip. He takes that handoff, and he kind of holds that football really far out and does some juke moves. You can see the replay there. He just kind of jukes around a couple defenders there, looks for a block, but then Marauders do a good job of swallowing him up, not letting him get downfield too much. It's only a 4 or 5 yard gain. Marauders just got hey, it's a field position battle now, and if you can keep them on the ground, make them earn any yards that they get here.
Hernandez, shotgun formation, King next to him, 2 wide receivers left, 1 on the right. Hernandez waiting for the snap, takes the snap, looking to pass. Far side, it is incomplete.
And that's what Mingus wants. Mingus wants to start defensively with an incompletion from Hernandez, and that's what they're going to get. They got to keep up the pressure and make Hernandez guess.
Hernandez looking for a man on the far side. It sailed over his head and went went out of bounds. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 on the 36-yard lines. 11 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hernandez, shotgun formation. 2 left, 1 right. Man in the backfield, that's King. Looking for a first down. Hernandez takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. No, he's going to keep it himself. Hernandez cutting back, looking for the first down, and a lot more now past the 50. He's going to get brought down at the 49.
Yeah, and that's a really, really great job of Hernandez reading that defensive lineman for the Marauders. He off the snap, you can see it there. He takes that handoff. He knows there's room over there because the defensive end went for the running back, and then he takes off upfield. And boy, I mean, you just saw it on the replay. He's really, really shifty, really quick, tough to take down. So good job, Marauders, just corralling him on that one. And Bradshaw's moving up. They're at the 50.
So the Bears will start on the 50-yard line, 1st and 10. Hernandez, shotgun formation, takes the snap. Looking to pass, left side. It is completed and brought down at around the, it looks like the 46 or 7-yard line, 47-yard line. And it looks like, is that Dakota Falcha down? Falcha slowly making his way up to his feet. He got hit on that blocked punt early in the game, and now Falcha is still down. Training staff's going to come over and talk to him. He's taking the helmet off, and hopefully Dakota Falcha will make his way up as we've got an injury timeout on the field. So when we come back, we'll get you updated on Falcha right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Dakota Falcha making his way off the field now. Not a guy you want to see down, but thankfully on his own power making his way off the field. So Falcha at least will be out for this drive. 2nd and 5 on the 45-yard line now. Hernandez, shotgun formation alongside King. Receivers on both ends. Hernandez waiting for the snap. Takes it. Dropping back, looking pass, far side. He's got a man wide open. It's Grant. It's caught. He'll go past the 10 and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Boy, and that's just a great ball by Hernandez, and Grant got wide open on that. I mean, as a defensive back, you can't really let him get behind you too much, and Marauders do. Grant makes him pay.
50-0 is our score. You take another look at it. Hernandez dropping back. He had Grant open down the seam, and Grant caught it and scored. So Bears making a look at 51-0 in the 3rd quarter. Grant on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 51-0 will go our score. Marauders will take over on offense after this break. Don't go anywhere.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Marauders will take over on offense. 51-0 is our score. Another passing touchdown from Moises Hernandez. 5 total touchdowns for the sophomore quarterback so far tonight. 3 on the ground, 2 through the air. And that makes our score 51-0.
He's definitely winning that battle, the sophomores, Phil, but definitely more seasons to come, and it's going to be a back-and-forth battle between Harrison and Hernandez.
Ball returned around the 1 by Moya. Moya looking to cut back. He'll get brought down at the 14-yard line.
Ooh, that's just great coverage by the Bears. They're going to pin the Marauders deep, and hey, they got an even longer field to go this time, approximately an 86-yard field. That's very tough to do. They're going to need some chunk plays here, Phil. Maybe a counter play. Flea flicker, some big downfield just to kind of throw Bradshaw off. But hey, you can't argue going back to your bread and butter and seeing Drew Meyer run up the field.
1st and 10 on the 15-yard line. Marauders taking over on offense here. Looking to get something going in their second drive in the second half. Harrison will call a timeout. Has not gotten a blow from the whistle yet. And they finally get the timeout off. So the Marauders have called a timeout. We'll take one as well. Don't go anywhere right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Welcome back here to KYBC and Verde Valley TV. 51-0 is our score. Bears over the Marauders so far. Marauders looking to get something going offensively. A little confusion, so the Marauders will call a timeout. Now they're back out on the field. Looking to get their second drive of the second half going here. Shotgun formation for Harrison. Meyer in the backfield. Receivers right, 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Shotgun formation. Harrison. Waiting for the snap. Takes it. Drawing back, looking pass. Far side, it goes incomplete.
Boy, and that was I mean, I like the angle that Harrison took on that throw. Unfortunately, he just couldn't really step into it. He was pressured there by the Bradshaw Mountain defense and was able to kind of throw it at a good angle, just not high enough. Couldn't reach his receiver.
Pass intended for Bueno on the right side, but it falls incomplete. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 on the 15. 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. They're going to hand it off to Meyer. He's going to get brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just trying to bust something up the middle and show these guys a different look, because you know the Marauders are looking to pass it right now. Getting downfield, getting deep. If we're going to try to get any points on the board, we got to put it through the air, unless we're going to break out a huge run. But I don't see that happening. So you know Bradshaw's going to be playing some of that run. Marauders going to mix it up a little bit here.
Harrison in the backfield. Meyer. Shotgun formation. Looking to pass now. Harrison rolling left. Pressure coming. Cuts back. Looking for something on the right. And we'll go for about a 2-yard run.
Oh, boy, if that defensive lineman wasn't waiting there,
yeah,
Harrison would have been gone. Yeah, it was just a defensive lineman who didn't move from that side of the field. You can see it on your replay here. Harrison goes back, and that's all open field. I know you saw the defender take him down, but behind him was all open field. So I guess just great placement by defensive line there for Bradshaw.
Marauders will punt on 4th down. Good to see Dakota Falcha back out there. Or excuse me, that's Bueno. Bueno back there to kick it. Name we have not called at all this season. That is Marcus Bueno, the sophomore. Looking to send it downfield. Snap is up. Kick is away as well. It'll take a hop and go out of bounds at the 40.
Yeah, and you saw a more traditional punt there. I think maybe the Marauders looked at that last punt. It was a little too close to the line of scrimmage, and they said, let's back this one up. That ends up being a good, clean punt, and these guys are at least trying to win that field position battle. But, boy, Philip, Bradshaw Mountain still got good field position being on the Marauders' side already.
So now the Marauders will go on defense. Their last defensive drive resulted in a long touchdown from Hernandez to Grant.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of
0.
Grant either.
No.
We've seen Grant come right out for a big touchdown pass and only a few plays.
So we got a flag on the field. We'll see who that's on. It's going to be a dead ball. So too many men on the field will bring them back about 5 yards and put us on the 39-yard line. 1st and 15 on the 39.
Yeah, moving them back, and all the Marauders looking at the sidelines. Coach Shimani, Coach Casada making the play call out there. Trying to do anything to spark something for these guys, Phil. Trying to get these guys either a turnover, a sack, something big, even more incompletions. Let's tack that on as Hernandez was successful on that last one.
Hernandez takes the snap, hands it off King. King cuts back through the middle and will gain the yards they lost and about 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, we haven't seen King too many times. He's kind of been like the relief for Hernandez, and I mean, boy, what a relief that is. He's really, really fast, a little bit shorter than Hernandez, but can definitely show his agility out there. Good job, Mingus, not letting him get too far upfield. He only gets to, the 5 yards. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
So now it'll be 2nd and 9 on the 33. Shotgun formation for Hernandez. Waiting to take the snap. Looking to pass. Nobody's going to hand it off. King cuts back on the left side. Looking for some more space. Cuts back past the 30, 35. Looking for the first down, and he's going to get it.
Yeah, boy, what a cutback. What a cutback. Couple spin moves in there from King. Wow, that was just a really good run. I mean, definitely had a few Marauders wrap him up, but trying to take down somebody who's spinning, and you can see King's got on your replay here. King's got some shorter stature, and you can tell he's got some thicker legs because he's really, really fast. And believe me, trying to take somebody down like that when they're spinning is almost impossible to get a grip on something.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Bears. Hernandez, shotgun formation. Takes the snap. They're going to hand it off. King up the middle. And he's going to get brought down. Not sure if he got the first down. I don't think he did. It'll be about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, real close, and we're really getting to see a heavy dose of King right now. Bradshaw trying to unload their other weapons and maybe give Hernandez a little bit of a break or just trying to give us a different look.
So a lot of run plays so far for the Bears here in their second drive. Got about 3 minutes to go, 3 minutes 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation for Hernandez. King in the backfield. 2 wide receivers right, 1 on the left. Hernandez takes the snap. He's going to run up the gut, cuts back into the end zone. He's got another rushing touchdown, give him 6 in total tonight.
Wow, Phil, did you see that fake handoff? I mean, I was kind of stuck in the backfield with him. That's just great execution. Hernandez takes a snap and just really, really sells a handoff and looks off the defense. You can see the replay here. He's going to look off the defense and just pivot and get right upfield, get vertical, and there's really nobody there to stop him.
Kick is up and is good. So now our score will go 58-0 as we head with 3 minutes and 37 seconds to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Welcome back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Marauders taking over on offense. 58-0 is our score here in the third quarter. That'll go out of bounds, so it'll go in for a touchback. Marauders will take over on the 20-yard line. Marauders offense looking to get something going here as they try to put together a comeback or at least get rid of the shutout.
Yeah, really anything. And Drew Myers having a real tough time on the ground tonight. 9 carries, 31 yards thus far. And those are brutal yards. I mean, that's only averaging right over 3 yards. And you know he's hitting Bradshaw Mountain Bears when he gets to that line of scrimmage. So he's having a rough go so far. And Harrison still at that 13-yard mark passing. And, boy, that's just not going to get points on the board. I like the chances he's taken. But we're going to have to execute a little bit better if we're going to break the goose egg here.
Harrison shotgun formation. 2 running backs in the backfield. Looks like Moya and Meyer. He's going to take the snap. They're going to hand it off. Moya up the middle is going to get brought down right back at the line of scrimmage.
And I like seeing Moya in there. That's a different look. He's a little bit smaller in stature compared to Drew Meyer. And Moya, the senior, definitely has some speed. Just unable to get anywhere there. He gets right back to the line of scrimmage, and the Bears there to take him down.
2nd and 10 on the 20. Harrison shotgun formation. Wide receivers left. 2 on the right. Harrison takes the snap. Looking pass. It's going to be completed to the far side. And it'll go for a gain for the Marauders.
Yeah, and that's a great job. Harrison getting back into the completion column. That's exactly what he needed to do. And boy, it's going to make for really, really short. Oh, they're going to mark it first down.
So first down, Marauders on that pass completed to Jimenez on the far side. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Marauders on the 30.
Man, good to see Harrison connect with Jimenez. That's been a connection we've seen earlier tonight a couple times. One was that little shuffle pass.
Seen it a few times throughout the season as well, but yeah, we're starting to see a little more Freddie Jimenez tonight. That ball is loose, recovered by Meyer. Meyer trying to make something out of nothing, and he'll get sacked. Huge loss for the Marauders. That's going to put them around the 10-yard line, actually spotted at the 12.
Yeah, and that's just great job by the Bradshaw Mountain Bears tracking Harrison down because it's a botched snap. You see that just out of his fingers. Oh, and that's Meyer who's recovering that. Just couldn't get to the outside. Bradshaw was all over him.
2nd and 25 on the 15-yard line with 1:40 to go here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation for Harrison. Moya in the backfield. Running backs on both sides, or wide receivers on both sides. Harrison waiting for the snap. Takes it. Looking pass. Rolling right. Looking downfield. He's going to send it. Wide open. It is complete. Is that Hoke with the reception?
Boy, what a great ball there by Harrison. Great patience. And, yeah, you bet that's Hoke coming up
Trevor
with the
Hoke.
reception. That's just a great job by the Marauders offense executing that. And, boy, they're real close to the first down. That was a lot to go there. It's a big play.
So with one pass, Harrison able to put the Marauders back into a better opportunity for a first down. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Don't go anywhere. Right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
Hi, my name's Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
So the Bears had a player down. That was number 42. That was Noah Shaver, but he's making his way off the field on his own power with just a minor bit of assistance. Good to see. We've had a few players on the Marauders side go down, and you know, anytime, it doesn't matter what the jersey is, as long as these kids get back up and they're able to make the way off the field.
To see that. And good thing he's coming off on, looks like, most of his own power.
So Shaver is out for this drive. Marauders looking for a first down here on 3rd down. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off. Moya, left side, nope. Harrison's going to take it, looking for the first down himself, cuts back, gets the first down, and a lot more still on his feet. Past the 50, past the 45, 40, he's going to get brought down. Another huge run for Zach Harrison.
Love it, and that is that huge run that we saw early on in the game. Harrison does just a phenomenal job of finding some real estate and making the Bears pay. That's a great job of bouncing that one back to the right side, and you can just see the speed. He's outrunning those Bears and then finally gets caught up, and great job protecting that football as the Bears are trying to strip that.
Harrison doing a great job on that run, gets the first down and a lot more. Now the Marauders, who were on the Bradshaw 40, are back in their side of the 40. Ball spotted on the 38-yard line. Shotgun formation. Harrison takes the snap. 3 wide receivers left, rolling left, looking downfield. Harrison still going. Short pass. Calandra is complete, and it's going to go for about 5.
Yeah, and another completion is going to boost the confidence and morale there of the offense. Good job, Marauders, keeping the consistency there, and Harrison's looking sharp this drive.
2nd and 7 now as we looking to let the clock wind down here in the 3rd quarter. 58-0 is our score. Marauders looking to put some points on the board as we head into the 4th quarter. 58-0 is our score when we come back. 4th quarter action right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
What's unique here is we get into a whole different level of creativity because they're doing something that you love to do. The camaraderie that actually is developed, teamwork that's necessary to be able to get along with someone and to be able to share those art forms is amazing. To be part of who you are, there's nothing better in life.
Marauders will start now going from right to left on your radio dial as we begin the 4th quarter. That one goes incomplete on the far side to Meyer. Marauders got a huge first down thanks to the legs of Zach Harrison. So now we've got 3rd and 7 on the 35-yard line as we begin the 4th quarter. 58-0 is our score. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Yatsenko. And we've seen some big plays from Zach Harrison with his feet. Marauders would like to see if he can do it with his arm now.
Yeah, more of those runs. Those are just phenomenal runs by Zach Harrison, and really showing us his speed out there. And just a few more of those plays will be in the end zone.
Moya in the backfield now. Meyer lined up as a receiver. Harrison, shotgun formation. 2 on the left. Meyer in motion. Harrison hands it off. Nope, he's going to take it himself again now. He's going to get past the 30 and a few extra yards there. Is not going to get the first down, but another good run for Zach Harrison.
Yeah, another veteran read by Zach Harrison. Definitely not showing the sophomore-like out there. He's looking like a seasoned veteran senior out there. Just watching for that defensive end to crash on the running back, then taking that football upfield and getting his team close to another first down.
And they will actually get the first down on that run. So Harrison doing a good job with his legs. Able to put the Marauders in better scoring position. 1st and 10 on the 28 with 10 minutes and 44 seconds to go. Shotgun formation for Harrison. 3 wide receivers right, 1 on the left. Moya in the backfield. Harrison takes the snap. He's looking to pass. Hit as he throws. It is received on the far side. And a good gain on the right side. I think that was Hoke again on the reception.
Yeah, and that's going to bring him close to another first down. Great patience and awareness by Harrison. He knew he had a couple Bears coming. You can see the replay there. Man, he gets drilled as soon as he lets that ball go, but good patience, and he found Hoke on that.
So Hoke with the reception. That's going to go for about 5 yards, 2nd and 5 on the 23. 10 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Fourth quarter just getting underway right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps. And let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Welcome back here. Fourth quarter action at Bradshaw Mountain High School. 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. 58-0 is our score. Marauders looking to put some points up on the board before they head back home to take on Flagstaff.
Yeah, there's our rivalry game right there. And you bet Mingus is going to do everything in their power to try to get some points on the board here, Philip. This is right now the best opportunity Mingus has had to get points on the board. This is the deepest they've been all night, so they need to execute and come across some points here.
Shotgun formation for Harrison. Hoke and Meyer lined up at receiver on the right. Jimenez, left side, wide open. Jimenez with a great grab. Did it bounce? And they're going to say he caught it. What a great grab by Jimenez.
Yeah, and that's just a phenomenal job by Harrison, dropping back and taking some chances there. Oh, boy, you can see he's at the 30-yard line. That's a nice little bomb, and Jimenez comes up with a big catch.
So now the Marauders in scoring territory here on the 5-yard line, 1st and 5. Looking to get some points on the board. Harrison takes the snap, rolling left. He's going to run. Harrison met by a lot of Bears defenders, and he's brought down and swarmed.
Yeah, boy, and that's at Bradshaw Mountain goal line defense. That's going to be tough to score on, and Harrison's just going to try to find some room. You can see the replay here. He's going to come out to the left. He's got that pitch option to Moya, but he just didn't think he needed it that time, and the Bears swallowed him up.
What do you call a group of Bears? A pack?
A pack sounds good.
All right. Met by a pack of Bears. That does not sound good. Shotgun formation for Harrison.
Especially not the Harrison right now.
Definitely not. Harrison, shotgun formation. Moya lined up next to him. 3 wide receivers left. Looking to pass. Rolling right. Hit as he throws. Tipped and incomplete.
Ooh, real close there. That was almost picked off by the defensive lineman there for the Bears. So good job of that not happening. But Harrison's going to kind of drop back. Looks like maybe he was just trying to get rid of that football.
Yeah,
or dump it off to Moya. That was a weird little spot there, but Bradshaw does a great job of playing that one.
Yeah, looks like Harrison just trying to dump it off to Moya and just get a few yards, if any. So it'll bring up 3rd and 5 on the 5-yard line. 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. 58-0 is our score. Marauders looking to break the shutout. Harrison takes the snap, rolling right. He's going to flip it to Moya. Moya trying to break the right side, and he's going to get brought down for a loss.
Oh, boy, that was tough. I know Moya's got speed, but Bradshaw just had the edge because they were all going over there before Moya even got there. They were ready for him on the edge, and they bring Moya down for a loss.
So Moya brought down on a loss. And now it'll be 4th and 10 on the 10. We'll see if the Marauders go for it. I think they will. Harrison still on the field. Calandra, Moya, Meyer, Jimenez. Trevor Hoke lined up at receiver on the right side with Calandra and Meyer. Jimenez, the lone man on the left. Moya in the backfield. Looking for Jimenez. He makes incomplete. So had Jimenez on the left, but it goes in and out of his hands for an incomplete pass and a turnover.
Yeah, and Jimenez, he had it just in and out of his hands. Just couldn't bring that one in. He had a lot of separation there from the DB. He did a good job of making that look like he was going to slant, and then all of a sudden stepping away and going towards the end of the corner of the end zone. Just couldn't bring that one in.
So the Marauders will now go to defense, looking for a stop here. Have had a tough time against Moises Hernandez, the other sophomore quarterback. And looks like Grant has been subbed in as the QB. Grant, shotgun formation.
But you know he can use his legs too.
That's right. Takes the snap, hands it off, running back left side, slips in the turf and falls down for a loss. On the run there, that was King again.
Yeah, that's just fortunate for Mingus here. King just loses his footing. But hey, Marauders have got to still keep that QB spy on with Grant back there, because we've seen him take off with a he caught a touchdown pass earlier. He's got some serious speed.
Yeah, we've seen it with Hernandez, and now we're seeing it here with Grant. Grant was the starting quarterback initially to begin this season, and then made the shift over to corner due to the injuries that the team had. Grant takes a snap, hands it off to King, up the middle. King cutting back, gets the yards he lost and a few more. Not able to get the first down, but is able to get about a 5-yard gain on that run, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Marauders got to do, is hold these guys to 3rd downs, which is going to give you an opportunity to get the 4th down, which will give you an opportunity to take that ball over. So Marauders getting close now, and hey, finally we got some good field position where we got the Bears backed up. Maybe time for a little turnover action, or at least get a good stop here.
Shotgun formation now. Grant takes the snap. Ball is loose. He's able to recover it, and he gets brought down for, still going, but now he's finally brought down. Ball's loose again. Did the Marauders pick it up, or was he called down? We're seeing who it is, and there is a fumble on the play. I think it's going to be Marauders' ball, and yes, it is. Wait.
And Marauders are all signaling it's their ball.
Well, they're going to see if Grant was down before. Nope, they're signaling it's Marauders' ball. So how about that for a defensive stop? Grant botches the snap. It fumbles it on the tackle. We'll take another look at it here. And a great job by the defense of the Marauders to get the offense an opportunity to put some points on the board. They get the fumble recovery, and how about that?
Couldn't call it any better. That's exactly what Mingus needed, and here they go. And Harrison's licking his chops to get back out there and try to get some points.
So the Marauders will look to do just that, getting some points on the board here. Shotgun formation for Harrison. Moya in the backfield. Calandra on the right. Jimenez and Meyer on the left. Here comes Hoke. Going to line up on the right as well. Shotgun formation now. Harrison looking for some points here. Takes the snap. Dropping back, looking left. Looking for Jimenez, back in the end zone. It is caught, and it is for a touchdown. The Marauders have broken the shutout and get on the board with a Hernandez to Jimenez touchdown.
Great job, and well-deserved by Jimenez. And we've seen Harrison choose him all night to go with the ball, and he's done a great job of it. And Harrison and Jimenez, good connection, and Marauders on the board.
So the Marauders get on the board. 6-58 is our score. 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. Just a lofted pass. Jimenez able to come down with it. Sort of redeems himself after that last pass to him where it just unfortunately went in and out of his hands. But how about that?
Yeah, great job to redeem yourself there. It went right in and out of the hands that last possession. This time he makes no mistake about it. Puts both those big white gloves up in the air and grasps that thing like he's holding on to it.
Two-point conversion time now for the Marauders. And we've got a flag on the field. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty for the Marauders. Not entirely sure what that penalty was on, but either way, it looks like the Marauders will go now for the extra point instead of the 2-point conversion as they were brought back 5 yards. We will see the sophomore, number 6, Marcus Bueno, going in for the extra point. Looking to make it 7-58.
Getting the reps in, practicing for the big field goal.
Snap is away. Kick is up. Swarmed, but Bueno still got it off and got it in. Marcus Bueno converting on the extra point. 7-58 goes our score. We'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
People always ask us, what makes us different from other car dealers? Being different is a simple idea. We believe that everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. That belief drives the entire team at Oxendale Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram to try harder and work smarter. We're dedicated to helping you find or fix the perfect car for your life and budget. Whatever it is keeping you from driving the car you want, we'll guarantee to do our best to help you. We're Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we are a dealer for you. Visit our showroom in Cottonwood or see all the deals at mattsays.yes.com.
Welcome back here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Yatsenko. Marcus Bueno converting with pressure coming. We've got a penalty on the field. It'll go against the Bears. And the Marauders will punt from the, kick from the 45-yard line. Want to welcome you in on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Marauders able to get on the board with a Harrison to Jimenez touchdown. I just want to get you a couple of the updates around the campus of Mingus Union. On October 22nd, the volleyball team will be at Prescott. On the 23rd, cross country will be at Camp Verde. That ball is off of a defender, but recovered by the Bears, so they'll take over on offense. Swim and dive will be at home against Northland Prep and Sedona Red Rock, where we were last week. And then volleyball will be back at home against Coconino on the 24th. Volleyball is currently 3-6 in region and 6-8 on the season, and they're looking to compete for a playoff position. And also, for you theater fans, Shakespeare in Love opens next Saturday. And the Cardinals will take on the Giants. They just got a big victory against the Falcons. So Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New York Giants with fellow rookie quarterback Daniel Jones. Should be a lot of fun. As we continue this game here, Grant, shotgun formation, takes the snap. They're going to hand it off up the middle. King fighting his way for a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, King going for them brutal yards there. That's a really good run. He kind of dragged a few Marauders with him. And, yeah, Marauders looking to come up with a big stop. They tried that onside kick, wasn't successful. Anything to get points on the board. And, Phil, thank goodness we did. It was a great play, well-deserved. Harrison to Jimenez, those guys have had a pretty good connection all night, and what a better time to come. Hopefully the floodgates are open.
Grant, shotgun formation. Man in the backfield, that's King again. Takes the snap, hands it off. King cutting back, left side. We'll get the first down a little more. Nice to see the teams wearing the pink socks in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in the month of October. It's too bad they don't play football on Halloween. The orange socks would be quite interesting against these red uniforms. We'll be taking another look at King's run. Gets the first down a little more. Keep the chains moving for the Bears. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation now. Grant. King in the backfield, 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Taking the snap, hand it off King. Marauders looking for a stop. King cuts back, going now, looking to go past the 45, past the 50, still on his feet, past the 55, 40. Still going past the 35, now the 30 finally gets brought down. A huge run for King.
Yeah, boy, and King really showing that shiftiness and speed. A few times it looked like the Marauders were going to come back, take an angle at him and get him. They just couldn't. King was just too shifty, goes all the way to the outside of the field and then cuts it back to the middle. And by doing that, dodges a lot of Marauders and able to get all the way down to, boy, just inside the 30.
So King, a huge run now, almost putting the Bears in scoring position here. They're already up 58-7. We've got 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball spotted on the 32-yard line. Shotgun formation for Grant. King lined up alongside him. Wide receivers left, 1 on the right. Still waiting for the snap. Grant, he's going to take it himself on the left side. Clay Griffin trying to bring him down. Grant cuts back now to the right. Gets a block. Still going past the 20, now past the 10. Still on his feet. Finally slides to his knees around the 3-yard line. And a first down again for the Bears.
Yeah, boy, there's Grant showing that speed. We knew we'd see him take off with his feet, and here you go. He started on the left side of the field, comes all the way back to the right, and you can see there, just if he doesn't slip, he's into the end zone. So Marauders going to have to do a big goal line stand here to not let the Bears tack on any more points.
We got 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball spotted on the 5-yard line. 1st and 5, 1st and goal now for the Bears. Grant, shotgun formation. King alongside him. Waiting to take the snap. 2 wide receivers right, 1 on the left. Still waiting for the snap from Grant. Snap is away. They're going to hand it off. King up the middle. He's going to get brought down. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, and that's a great job by the defensive line, just all kind of pinching together, not letting any gaps open up in the middle, and they're able to stop the Bears real short on that one.
You know, the scoreboard may not say it, but there has been some bright spots on the Marauders defense. They had the special teams fumble recovery. They had the fumble recovery. I think they've had 2 defensive fumble recoveries so far, and you know, we'll talk all about that in the Gettles High Desert Mechanical postgame when this game wraps up. We've got 1 minute and 10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Grant, shotgun formation. King alongside him. 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Grant takes the snap. He's going to take it himself, flips it to King on the right side. King fighting for the pylon. He's going to get brought down at the line.
Yeah, just short, and that's a great job. The Marauders all kind of piling up there on the right side of the field, not letting these guys get in. They did a good job of making Grant pitch that ball. And then swallowed King up as soon as he was able to get it.
And again, we hope you stay with us for the end of this game. We'll get into the Gettles High Desert Mechanical postgame at the end of this one and send you into next week as the Marauders will look to bounce back at home against the Flagstaff Eagles. We've got 30 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. 58-7 is our score. Grant and King, 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Grant takes the snap. He's going to run left side, looking for the pylon. He'll get in for a touchdown. And another score for the Bears. This time the other quarterback, Josh Grant, getting into the end zone.
Yeah, Grant showing off them legs again. Sprints all the way to the outside. You can see it on the replay. Looks like maybe he's going to cut it inside there and then takes it almost all the way to the pylon and then just cuts it right in for the touchdown. Marauders look like they might have had an angle on him, but Grant pours some more on for the Bears.
So now our score goes 64, looking to make it 65-7. Waiting for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is blocked and brought down. So the Marauders able to get rid of the extra point. Our score remains 64-7. When we come back, we'll get the rest of this fourth quarter going. Don't go anywhere.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
64-7 is our score. 13 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Marauders will take over on offense. Looking for maybe one more shot at the end zone before we wrap things up here at Bradshaw High School. Marauders will be back at home to take on the Flagstaff Eagles. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Yatsenko will be there. We hope you join us as well. Only 2 more games left on the slate for the Marauders. They'll take on Flagstaff next week, and then the following week on November 1st, they'll have their senior night, their final home game and final game of the season against the Prescott Badgers. Kick is downfield. It'll go into the end zone for a touchback. That'll take a few seconds off the clock. 13 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Definitely a disappointing loss for the Marauders, but still there were some bright spots to talk about. Again, we'll get into that in the Gettles High Desert Mechanical postgame show. My assumption would be that Zach Harrison will probably just take a knee and end the game here. Had a couple injuries on both sides of the ball. Defense, offense on the side of Bradshaw, on the side of Mingus. So hopefully everybody will be healthy and ready to go for their next games next week. So we'll see what Harrison does.
And all night, this Bradshaw defense has just been exceptional. So wouldn't be surprised if he just took the knee here, but he could be looking to tack on some points here before the end of the final ticks here.
Harrison, shotgun formation, takes the snap, pressure coming, looking downfield. He's got Falcha. It is incomplete.
Yeah,
so over the head.
Falcho's close on that one. Harrison trying to get a connection, but they did have Grant back there. Grant was playing deep safety.
Yeah.
And, boy, if Falcha catches that, Grant might have upended him. Grant was waiting for Falcha to catch that one, but just over the hands of Falcha, and looks like Mingus is going to go for another play here.
Well, the Marauders are going to try to rattle off one last play before we end things here at Bradshaw Mountain High School. Shotgun formation for Harrison. Takes the snap. Looking downfield again to pass. Harrison rolling right. And it is through the hands of Jimenez. It'll go incomplete. And that should about do it here at Bradshaw High School.
Yeah, and that's a very tough loss for the Marauders. But, hey, going back home to the cave in Brightfield. So these guys are going to have to step it up. If they want to get their first win, it'll come at home.
We'll be on the road, or excuse me, we'll be back home against Flagstaff, looking for our first victory of the season back home. As we look for the last play of the game, looks like the Marauders might take one more shot downfield. Make it interesting, Nick.
Yeah, might as well go for some points here. And I mean, Bradshaw's got a lot of guys playing safety right now, and half the Marauders are lined up to shake hands. But you never know. Maybe you got the Statue of Liberty play coming out. You got anything.
Harrison looking to pass as the clock winds down. It'll be the last play of the game. Harrison rolling left. He's going to take it himself. Past the 30, cutting back. Past the 40, past the 35, and he'll get brought down.
Yep, and he'll get taken down, and thank goodness he's okay. That's a very scary play to see at the end of the game there. Harrison's going from one side of the field to the other. You had a few huge blocks coming, and those are like non-lookers, so those are really painful if you get hit on those. So that one ended okay. Harrison gets a few more yards to tack on, and we'll talk about some stats when we go into the postgame.
And we will go into the Gettles High Desert Mechanical postgame at the other side of this break. Our final score, 64-7. We'll be right back right after this on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Hi, my name's Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
People always ask us, what makes us different from other car dealers? Being different is a simple idea. We believe that everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. That belief drives the entire team at Oxendale Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram to try harder and work smarter. We're dedicated to helping you find or fix the perfect car for your life and budget. Whatever it is keeping you from driving the car you want, we'll guarantee to do our best to help you. We're Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we are a dealer for you. Visit our showroom in Cottonwood or see all the deals at mattsays.yes.com.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettles and go Marauders.
Welcome to the Postgame Report, brought to you by Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialist, online at GettlesHDM.com. Stick around for the game recap, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats. And now let's head back to the press box. Here's your announcers, Philip Katafabo and Nick Yatsenko.
I want to welcome you back inside the press box for the Gettle's High Desert Mechanical post-game show. Philip Katafamo alongside Nick Yatsenko. 64-7 was our score. A high-scoring game for the Bears as the Marauders will look to bounce back at home against the Flagstaff Eagles.
Yeah, and you can see the Marauders singing their fight song. They got to hold their heads up high. At least they got on the board tonight. I mean, we're talking how rough of a loss this is, and Bradshaw's a little bit of a rival for us in the last few years. It's always been a close game, not this one. Bradshaw ran away with this one. Mingus did not put up the stats that we really kind of expected. We've been putting the running and passing game together the last few weeks up until this game, and then we kind of saw it drop off a little bit. Harrison's stats were not the greatest. He took a lot of chances downfield. It just didn't come up with anything. The pass to Jimenez, he connected with Jimenez a few times. That was key. We haven't really seen too much chemistry between those two, so it was good to see that. They're going to have to build on that, but they got to add in all the other players that they were using as weapons on the offense to help relieve that. And Drew Meyer had a rough night on the ground, not too many yards for Drew, a handful of carries that he's just carrying defenders again. I mean, that's kind of the bread and butter for the Mingus offense, always has been, but we just could not open up the passing tonight, and that really hurt us.
Yeah, and it starts with the passing game. Of course, the Marauders like to, they do like to run it with Drew Meyer. We know that Drew is a heck of a runner when you hand him off and he's got open space. But unfortunately, the Bradshaw Bears defense was just better.
Yeah,
they
really
played
good.
great. The Bradshaw Bears, they played fantastic defensively. It started out in the beginning when they had the blocked punt for a touchdown. Then they had the interception for a touchdown, and it was just it was all Bears the entire game. And we talked about how it was going to be the battle of the sophomore quarterbacks, and the one who won the competition was Moises Hernandez, and he looked good.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely not to take anything away from Harrison. These guys got a couple seasons to play against each other.
That's right. It's going to be a great rivalry going up.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome rivalry to watch and to broadcast. These two are great athletes. And, I mean, Harrison did have a couple really long sprints tonight, which we've seen. Haven't seen that too many times. He broke off a couple runs that were over 25 and 30 yards apiece at that. So that was a great job by him. Just needed to follow that up more with maybe some compliments on the outside with a nice run.
Didn't call
or a
Peter
pass.
Calandra's name at all tonight?
Didn't see him. We saw couple drops Calandra had, but very, very tough catches to come up with in the first place. One of those he's diving for it, reaching right over his fingertips. And the other we talked about a few times is that that ball's to the outside. You got to spin yourself to catch that. That's really, really tough when you're running full speed.
The guy who was able to find the end zone, like we mentioned, was Moises Hernandez. Had a great game on the ground, had a great game through the air. We'll take a look at his stats here in a second, as well as his fellow quarterback Josh Grant finding a touchdown in what NFL fans will refer to as garbage time, but was able to find a touchdown nonetheless. So both quarterbacks for the Bears finding touchdowns and really putting it to. We take a look there. There's Hernandez through the air, 5 completions, 10 attempts. And 142 yards, 2 touchdowns, including a long TD to Valentin on the right side, and then on the ground. I mean, 4 rushing touchdowns. You couldn't have asked for a better performance.
Crazy. You hardly ever see 4 rushing touchdowns from one running back or athlete on the field, and you can see Hernandez says the quarterback's got 4 rushing touchdowns.
Yep.
So kudos to Hernandez. He had a phenomenal game. This Bradshaw Bears team is young as well. They look like they're going to be a formidable opponent in the upcoming seasons. Mingus has got a few more younger guys going, so it's going to be exciting to see how this rivalry develops in the next few seasons.
Well, the Marauders unfortunately take a loss tonight, 64-7, but they'll be back next week against the Flagstaff Eagles. We'll talk about that on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere, right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
I want to welcome you back inside the broadcast booth here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. The Marauders take a loss 64-7 against the Bradshaw Mountain Bears, but they will be back at home to take on the Flagstaff Eagles. 2 more home games remain on the schedule for the Marauders this season. The Flagstaff Eagles next Friday, and then on November 1st, they'll take on the Prescott Badgers. And the Marauders are just looking at this point for a victory. A tough loss tonight for the Marauders. Of course, there were some bright spots, had some fumble recoveries. Zach Harrison had a fumble recovery on special teams, which was awesome to see. They had a touchdown catch to Freddie Jimenez on the left side to break the shutout. And, in Coach Quesada's first game maybe did not go the way that he wanted, but they'll be back next week to take on Flagstaff.
Sure, and it's very, very tough to start the game when the other team's got a special teams touchdown right off the bat. I mean, that was first possession, first punt, touchdown, Bradshaw, special teams, and then they come back with a pick six. So already just a very, very rough start for the Marauders. That opens the gateway for that Bradshaw offense, in which it did tonight. I mean, we saw Hernandez get comfortable and wow, 4 rushing touchdowns, a couple passing touchdowns. He really put up the numbers tonight, and we just can't start those games like that. I think if you take that special teams play out, maybe that defensive play out, it's a little bit of a different start to the ball game, and hopefully the Marauders can recover, bounce back, and we get our first knock this goose egg out, get our first win against Flagstaff at home.
Well, that's what the Marauders will be looking towards next Friday to take on the Flagstaff Eagles. I want to thank you for tuning in on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. For Ryan Nichols, our producer, for everybody here at Verde Valley TV, that's Nick Yatsenko. I'm Philip Katafmo. We'll see you next Friday. Have a great night.
This has been the Post-Game Report, brought to you by Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialists, online at GettlesHDM.com. We'll return next week for exciting Mingus Marauder football action on KYBC 96.3 FM, online at MyRadioPlace.com, or Verde Valley TV Sparklight Channel 1056, Suddenlink Channel 2.